No Marvin Mims tonight stinks, but play the long game. Like I said, I'm trying to do a little bit more here with this team. Play the long game, take the 10 days, get Marvin right, have him ready for the Kansas City Chiefs game before the bye week, and everything will be all right.
Yeah, everything will be okay there. It does stink. You thought you'd get him back, but okay. You don't have him. Michael Bandy, if you're playing, don't screw it up.
Yeah.
Like anyone out there, if you're RJ Harvey or Tyler Bidet, you don't have to be like, who's on first, all that kind of stuff before a kick comes in. Know what you're doing because Marvin would, and yeah, it stings missing Marvin Mims. A lot changes there, but Sean Payton can dial it up against this Raiders team. Bo Nix needs to come through. Tomorrow's show will be much different if Bo Nix doesn't come through with a nice game.
Oh, yeah.
A nice game.
I'm hoping to have a nice Friday. Let's not ruin that by losing to a crap team that is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Exactly. I mean, look at the weekend we could have. You get a real good game, and I'm calling for a blowout. It doesn't need to be, but you get that win. You get a real good game from Bo Nix. And then, brother, we got 3 days to enjoy and bask in it, and then start thinking about Kansas City.
That's right.
But this isn't a normal 24 hours. Brother, you got like 36 hours. It's a party
It
up
is
in
a
here.
party. Sean Payton was asked this week what he expects going up against a Pete Carroll-led football team.
Been so many. Yeah, there's just sometimes you end up playing teams more. Maybe it's just, we were in the NFC and we had regular season games, we had postseason games. There've been quite a few. I mean, and they start running together. Pete does a great job. He's always been, I consider, a good friend in the industry. Someone who's you're going to get a real well-coached team. And again, I told you this earlier. I thanked him when he took the job, and it made me the youngest coach in the division. So, but no, he's something.
He's not younger than Harbaugh, is he? That's not true. Sean's not younger than Harbaugh. I don't know that number there, but Pete Carroll has been a good coach. They have a really crappy roster, and I don't think Geno Smith's good at quarterback. So he's in a tough spot. They're looking to rebuild, kind of retool, and get right, led by Brock Bowers a year ago, then Ashton Genty as their pick this year.
All right.
I'm sure they think they're just a quarterback away. But
by the time they figure everything out, they got to pay everybody. They're doing it ass backwards for Vegas, so shocker. You'll be knowing that. But
I mean, dude, by the time they figure it out, Pete will be 95.
And Geno will be coaching.
Right, yeah. Oh, that was close.
That was very close. Very close. Don't knock over that coffee.
I already spilt it. I told the guy and Amanda this morning, I spilt all the coffee in my truck this morning, which is just a great way to start your day. Not only did you pay $6 for it, then you spill half of it in your truck, which is just an outstanding start to my day. All right. We're all right. I'm here with the tribe. I'm feeling better now. We have Josh, the farmer in Kansas, says, "Good morning, fellas. I'm harvesting soybeans so all the city people can eat tofu and McDonald's." Well, we appreciate that, Josh, for taking care of us out there. Matt is in Aurora with ASL Dumpsters, locally owned and veteran proud. Absolutely love that. Delivering dumpsters just like the Broncos are going to take a dump on the Raiders and those losers tonight. Absolutely love that. We have Tyler from FOCO giving us his 3 keys to the game. Let's go, Tyler. Execute and make the simple play when it's there. Minimize penalties, showing discipline, and go up-tempo early on offense. His mile-high moment is Troy Franklin. 3 touchdowns.
Whoa.
And then Ja'Kalen Dobbins, he's hitting them with middle names like a couple weeks ago with 2 rushing touchdowns. Tyler says 38-13 Broncos. What a text to start the day. Tyler in FOCO crushing it right there. Tribe member Jim checking in Western Kansas. Cutting, this has got to be some farmer term. M-I-L-O? Milo?
Silage? You pronounced silage differently the other day. I was like, silage.
Yeah. I'm a city boy, you know.
Got it.
Appreciate everybody. Joey in Aurora is checking in. Called Four Corners Medical Transport. Oh, him and his grandmother started a medical transport company last month, driving her today. So picking up a patient. Can't wait for the Broncos to keep it rolling and win tonight. Love that. Love that you are helping out a couple folks that need it. Keep the text coming in. Tribe roll call. Who are you? Where are you? What are you doing for a buck? Be like Tyler. Send in your keys to the game, your mile-high moment early. That is all good on a beautiful Thursday. Speaking of keys, what are the 3 things that the Broncos have to do? We just heard from Tyler. Let's hear from Cecil Lammy. What do they got to do to make it 7 in a row? Cecil has his keys coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and you can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
For many of us, it's happened before. Your hair is thinning, crowns disappearing. Maybe the hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. The solution that worked for me, it's an incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts growing your own natural hair the very next day. And it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's the Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what if you want your own natural hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to world-class Dr. Tanya Paul's, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's why Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Brandon Stokely here. Colorado Joint Replacement is part of Advent Health, one of the nation's largest healthcare providers. They offer innovative hip and knee replacement surgery with expert, compassionate care. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go! Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
All right, we are going to have a conversation with Mike Cliss at 10:30 today. Audible called from Cliss. He hit Kevin with the Omaha. We had to adjust accordingly, and we can do that for our guy Mike Cliss. So coming up in about 14 minutes from right now, we'll pick the brain of Mike Cliss ahead of the Broncos and Raiders tonight at Mile High. 6:15 on Amazon Prime. Cecil told you we're going to continue to remind you throughout the day, when you get to Amazon, hit down on your remote, overwrite 2 times, click the Next Gen Stats view, Prime Vision as they call it, and I promise it will not disappoint. It takes I don't know. If you're a Madden player, it takes 0 time to adjust.
Yeah.
If you're not a Madden player, it's going to take a series to adjust, and then you'll fall in love.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful, man. It's the way to watch football. I wish every game had that available to it.
Yeah.
And you saw the Amazon crew last night at the Nuggets game.
That was cool, dude.
That was really cool, man, seeing Fitzmagic out there with the big old beard and everybody. So, yeah, everyone's dialed in. They're excited for this game tonight, and I've got 3 keys that'll blow your mind.
Tell me how they win this game
Okay,
tonight.
easiest one, get it out the way because it's super easy and everybody knows it. You gotta contain Brock Bowers. Like, Brock Bowers is the key for this team. With your front 7 healthy, with Malcolm Roach healthy, John Franklin Myers doing his thing, Dre Greenlaw. I feel that, you're going to be able to contain Ashton Jeanty. Still love his game, still believe he was the only first-round graded running back. I don't believe that's even an argument. It's Ashton Jeanty above all others. And we see these rookies this year. But I look at it as okay, Jeanty, yeah. You're going to contain Jeanty, whatever. Bowers, don't let Bowers get you. That's the main thing. And if you could keep him around 50 yards, again, in his 5 games this year, it's been like 180 yards, 100 yards, and then 3 40, 50-yard games. So if you can keep him within that range, and you're going to bracket him, maybe put Jahdae Barron on him, in addition to whatever safety help you're going to get, I think key number 1, the easy key, the difficult key for them, but the easy for all of us to go, who's their best player? Oh, yeah, slow him down.
It's what we've said with other teams. If you can take away what they're trying to do and someone else beat you, you congratulate them for it. I like you, Ashton Jeanty's a really solid piece. Let's see what he turns into if the Raiders ever figure out what the hell they're trying to do as a football organization. But right now, he's not it. Right now, Brock Bowers is it. Then they traded Jacoby Myers. That's the other thing we hadn't talked about this week. What's that vibe in the locker room?
Right.
2 days ago, they told the entire team that they're selling and they're punting on the season, and they know they're not good enough.
Right.
So you wonder what the vibe in that locker room is. Now everybody's playing for something else, right? You're putting stuff on tape. You're trying to find a new contract if you're ending your contract, all that good stuff. So I love that because Brock Bowers, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. If you let Brock Bowers and Geno get going, we're sitting here in the third quarter tonight going, why is it 13-13?
Right.
Why is it 17-17? What's going on with this football game when one team's clearly supposed to be better than the other?
Yes, that is key number 1, but I've got more.
Number 2.
Did you realize that the Raiders' third down rate and defense is almost 50%?
Like they give up the third down conversions at a 50% rate?
Yeah.
Love that.
It's like 47.8%. You better move it on third down. Now, how do you do that? I've got a couple of ways, and here's where Bo Nix needs to come through tonight. Okay, this is on Bo. How about a nice Evan Ingram game?
Ooh, I like that.
If Evan Ingram can perhaps even best the numbers we see from Brock Bowers, I think that'd be really good because middle of the field coverage, when targeted between the numbers, the Raiders have yet to get a pick in the middle of the field, and they've allowed a quarterback rating of 143.8. It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So if I look at middle of the field coverage for this Raiders team, it's one of the weaknesses that shows up on film. Advanced data backs it up. This is the place you target. Evan Ingram, big game tonight. I'm not saying 100 yards, but if Brock Bowers has 50, I'd like Evan Ingram to have 75.
I like
something like that. So middle of the field, get these guys on third down, and keep those drives going, Bo. I don't want the defense out there a lot tonight. I want Bo Nix and this Broncos offense to dominate time of possession.
I would say this, too. If that's the case, if we get to the end of the night, Cecil's cracking open YouTube to do a post-game show.
With a Mountain Dew.
And
Maui Wowie.
And you get to say, hey, the best tight end on the field tonight was in orange and blue and his name was Evan Ingram, I would bet that the Broncos have won by not 1, not 2, not 3, maybe 4 scores if Evan Ingram's the best tight. That means Brock Bowers did nothing.
Yeah, I like it.
I would love that. All right, third and final key.
I hope Kevin doesn't mind this one. But Kevin, it doesn't matter if you mind it or not.
It doesn't matter if you mind it.
It doesn't matter. Does Kevin matter?
matters.
It doesn't matter. Because get as offended as you like. The flats are where you attack this team.
Uh-oh.
So, yes, screens. Yes, that means Troy Franklin. But to me, I'm thinking more R.J. Harvey. R.J. Harvey, the middle of the field is where they allow a quarterback rating of 143.8. They don't cover tight ends. But if you look at their flats, near perfect quarterback rating. I mean, they are terrible when covering the screens and running backs out of the backfield. So, middle of the field, you got them. Running backs, flats, you got them. So, R.J. Harvey, how about another touchdown tonight?
And you know what? But as much as you're pissing Kevin off here in real time, I will actually say, like you called for last week, when something is by design because of what's given to you, we should all be cool with that. Bo Nix running against nickel defense.
Yeah.
Let's all be cool with that.
Right.
Figuring out what you can do against a Raiders team out in the flats, those checkdown drag routes that are only a few yards across the line of scrimmage with hopes that your playmaker is going to make a Raiders defender miss because they stink real hard. I don't mind it that way because there's intent behind it. It felt like there was no intent behind a bunch of those at the line of scrimmage plays.
Yes.
Besides the fact that Sean doesn't want to run the football, so he uses that as his run
And
plays.
Bo needs to be cool with it. A lot of the problems
Kind of being
here,
boring is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, you get that W, that's fine. You're throwing a bunch of screens. Everyone would be like, he's throwing screens. Yeah, that's what works. They allow a near perfect quarterback rating to the flats. I'm attacking the flats all day long. I'm attacking with R.J. Harvey as a receiver. I'm using Troy Franklin on screens. You don't have Marvin Mims there. If Sean was a little more creative, I've got some stuff for Pat Bryant that would work, but that's for a different show.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Don't
today.
overcomplicate it. It's simplified. And here's the thing. Tonight better be one of Bo Nix's best games of his NFL career. It's setting up that way. This defense is pathetic. They're weak. They don't get pressure. You've got almost all of the field that's available to you tonight. You know what I mean? And this is where Bo needs to understand you're moving the chains. And sometimes hey, I don't need to look for that extra throw. I don't need to be too aggressive. And Bo's too fast in his head. He needs to slow down. And that's rare. Usually you got to kick a guy's ass to get going. Like, hey, dummy, can you think? Bo Nix is ahead of the play. Slow it down, Bo. Be comfortable tonight, Bo. I want to come in tomorrow and be real proud of Bo Nix. I don't want this kid to struggle. This is the game. I mean, he's got to ball out. This is the game.
Supposed to beat the Raiders.
This is the game. Yes.
Yeah. All right, I love it, man. Stop Brock. Convert on third down, and don't be afraid of some of the screens and flats that are going to be made available for the Denver Broncos tonight. Want to tell you about the Fan Flyaway being back thanks to 303 Law 4040. This time we're going to send a lucky listener and a guest to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. If you win this thing, here's what you're going to get. 2 tickets to the Saturday round at TPC Scottsdale, round trip airfare for 2 from Denver, 2 nights hotel stay, and how about a little money to spend at the pro shop? $500 walking around money. For more information and to register, head to thefanflyaway.com. If you've entered into one of our previous flyaway contests, you're already registered for this one because once you sign up for one flyaway, you're in all future fan flyaways. Our guy Daniel from Bennett is doing Tribe Check-In. He writes, Tribe Check-In, Daniel from Bennett. You guys are making my day easier while I work from home, sick today. Nice, Daniel. Thanks for the Prime Vision tip. I'll definitely be trying that tonight.
Oh, it'll blow your mind.
Let us know how you feel about it, Daniel.
It's so awesome. It's incredible.
How about this one? My name is Ben. My mile-high moment is Evan Ingram, 5 for 77 and a touchdown tonight. Calling his shot with Evan Ingram, just like you said, Cecil.
I like that, man. That should be there.
My moment.
Oh, damn it. Randy is managing technology in Jacksonville, Florida. How do you manage technology, Randy? I'm intrigued by that. 3 or 4 keys, he says. 2 touchdowns from Sutton, 1 from Dobbins, 1 from Ingram or Harvey, 2 touchdowns from Nix. Embarrass the Raiders on national TV. Priceless.
Wow. Okay. Adam here on YouTube chat says, Mile High moment, Hufanga with a pick 6 and trucks Gino at the goal line to seal the game.
Nice.
LFG.
That was almost mine. That was half of mine.
Anytime a quarterback tries to make a tackle and gets trucked, or we all remember the old Teddy no tackle. That was embarrassing enough. But when they get thrown to the ground, it's one of my favorite things. As long as it's not Bo Nix. Don't throw Bo Nix to the ground. I will follow you home and harm you.
I'll go with you.
Thank you, Kevin.
We'll wear ski masks.
Yeah,
pipes.
We'll do it all.
Yeah. None of this should be said on the air.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take a time out. Like I said, we had to call an audible. Usually talk to Mike Cliss Thursdays at 11. We're talking to Mike Cliss now. Short week. Is it a blessing in disguise with Sean not having time to throw a ton of plays at the game plan? Let's ask Mike that next.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 13 years of age and older that are residents of the state of Colorado. Unless otherwise specified, employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or an entity associated with the contest may not enter. Full general contest rules are available at DenverSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Also that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
Everyone does, but it's only U.S. Mortgages. Lock in a low rate today, and if rates fall in the future, we will redo your loan and lower your rate without any lender fees, including the appraisal. There's no limit to the number of times you can do this. Always have the lowest rate for life. Get our 475 5-year fixed rate, 5.89 APR. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they have a generous deal on windows. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase. On top of that, they want to be a part of your Thanksgiving celebration. They will provide you with a $100 gift card to your local grocery store to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. Call 5280 Exteriors today to take advantage of this special November promotion. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical personal injury firm. Our lawyers have argued and won at the United States Supreme Court. We've gone head-to-head with giant corporations like Uber and Amazon, and we've helped clients recover billions in verdicts and settlements. We bring that same firepower to every case, no matter the size. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy Shots are bringing the flavor and energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana. It's giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for everyone. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce cup of coffee, but with 0 sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
Target's early Black Friday deals are finally here, and they're moving fast. Take 40% off select gifts and holiday decor for 3 days only, ending this Saturday. Score can't-miss deals on new fits for the whole fam, festive lights and decorations to brighten your home, and even top toys like select Lego sets for endless holiday fun. Shop in-store or online with free shipping. But don't miss out. 40% off gifts and holiday decor, and Saturday only at Target. Restrictions apply. Free shipping applies to orders over $35.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Embers Golf, where your passion meets the green.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports.
And our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Cliss, he's joining us Thursdays, presented by Fitness Gallery, and you can even see him on the old YouTube stream. Hi, Mike. Great to see you, man.
We're going to do this from now on, huh?
Yeah. Looking
Okay.
cool. I see you
All
got the
right.
chain. We all chained up here.
Yep.
Let's show
We
the
all
people.
got the chains. Yep.
Fired up
Yeah,
about
here
that.
we go. Here we go. There we go.
All right, Mike,
I'm
we
ready.
are going to jump into this. We're fired up that this is going on. And something Cecil and I had talked about, our mutual buddy Andrew Mason, of course, wrote about this over at our website. In a short week, in a weird way, is it sort of a blessing in disguise? Less stuff to throw at the game plan, a few more less moving parts for Sean Payton. Are we seeing a simplified version of the Broncos tonight?
You know what I think is good about it is I detect that this team is a little gassed. You know, the London trip, you go to Philly, you go to London. That was a tough one. You adjust to the 7 hours time difference, and you don't get a week off. They did not take their bye or get their bye. And so they kept on playing. And so, you know, you're starting to see this team get nicked up a little bit. It's a little battered and bruised. They've got some injuries they're dealing with now. And I think what this short week did, Sean Payton basically shut them down from the physical practices. They just basically all they had was a walkthrough Tuesday and yesterday. So that rests their body. It's all about rest and recovery. And then after this game, they get a whole weekend off to recover some more before the big game next week against the Chiefs. So I think more than the game plan and everything else, I think the rest and recovery, even though it's a Thursday night game, and that's going to be tough going right back at it, but the rest and recovery from a Sean Payton practice, which are arduous ordinarily, I think is beneficial for the Broncos.
Beneficial for the Broncos is to feed J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey. They talking a lot about him as a receiver. Obviously, those receiving touchdowns he's scoring. Mike, do you think we're going to continue to see more of R.J. here mixed in, rusher, receiver, etc.?
Yeah, I think so. If you know, I think we'd have saw him a little bit more against Houston had the Broncos been in the lead, but you know, by a touchdown or so. They were trailing the whole game there, and when you're trailing, you're passing the ball. You're passing the ball more. You're not eating up the clock. You're not worrying about eating up the clock. If they get up 2 touchdowns today against the Raiders, I'm not saying they will, but if they do, I think you will see more R.J. Harvey. That's kind of how it goes with NFL games nowadays. The Broncos are running the ball more than most. I think they're in the top 10 rushing the ball with rushing attempts. It's just a passer league, and really the only time you really run the ball consistently is when you got a lead in the second half. And so that's when I think you'll see more R.J. Harvey, is if the Broncos get in that position.
We're talking with our buddy Mike Cliss. His weekly check-in happens to be on game day this week. No Marvin Mims. We know that he's dealing with a concussion and then hopefully back for this big Kansas City game in next week's matchup. But is it Michael Bandy fielding punts? Did he lose that opportunity with a muff punt last week? How do you think they handle that with Darren Rizzi this week?
No, I still think it'll be Bandy. I mean, it's first time he was out there in 3 or 4 years. He made a bad decision. It's not that he can't field punts. He's still their second best punt returner. And he just got a little ultra aggressive. It was a bad punt, and Townsend got rewarded. Bandy couldn't quite get there. And so, yeah, I think he'll be elevated again. He'll be called up to be the punt returner. Had this been a Sunday game, I think Mims would have cleared the protocol. Just the Thursday conspired against him a little bit. He was out there Tuesday and looked pretty good at practice on Tuesday. To the point I thought he was going to be cleared, and was a little surprised he was ruled out already on Wednesday. But I was told just not enough days. Had it been a Sunday game, they were confident he would have been cleared.
How do you think the defense will do against Brock Bowers, Mike?
Yeah, that's a good question. No one can cover that guy that we've seen. Certainly Jacksonville couldn't. That will be that's why Bronco fans should be a little nervous about this game. First of all, Thursday games, because there's no practice in the preparation, you don't know. They tend to be anyone's ball game, kind of like the season opener. You never know what you're going to get. And the Raiders won the season opener at New England, if you remember. So both teams went different directions after that game. But even though the Broncos, I think, are 9-point favorites, this is a different Raider team because Bowers is there. And how they cover him, I don't know. They would like to go more zone because they don't have Surtain, but Bowers eats up zones. So it's going to be a tough task for the Broncos defense just because of their tight end.
Talking with our buddy Mike Cliss from 9 News. Couple more minutes with him here on Game Day. Broncos and Raiders tonight, 6:15 on Prime. So Dre Greenlaw, Mike, last week we saw him come back, play a little bit more. He was freaking outstanding in that goal line stance and was flexing on everybody after a couple of big stops. What do you think? I mean, is he fully back, like 100% available? And then if that's the case, is it Stranad? Is it Singleton? Who's going to miss reps to give more to Dre?
Yes, Stranad has still played more than Greenlaw the last 2 games that Greenlaw's been in there. Greenlaw's played 21 and 27 snaps. I think Stranad has been in the 40 snap range, and I think that will continue. You don't want to, especially with the quad issue that Greenlaw had, I don't think this is the week on a short rest
good point.
that you want to put him out there and have him go 45 snaps tonight. You got to be smart. I would think he tops out at 30 again this week. That would be the smart thing to do. And then maybe next week against the Chiefs, you give him 40, 45 and give him that bye on the other side. That would make a lot of sense.
All right, Mike, I asked Joe Lombardi about this. I'm going to ask you about it, probably get a better answer. What? We've got more targets this year for Troy Franklin than Cortland Sutton. I know Court's never going to be like, hey, give me the rock, give me the rock, give me the rock. But how surprised are you that we're 9 games in, this is week 10, and it's only 2, but Troy Franklin has 2 more targets than Sutton does this year?
That's a function of Cortland getting attention from the defense. He's been doubled way more. Troy Franklin has not been doubled.
No.
Cortland Sutton has been doubled probably half the time. And when he does get the one-on-one on the sideline, Bo goes to him almost all the time, as he did last week, against Singletary, or Stingley. So that's when Bo goes to Cortland. But yeah, Franklin is the number 2. He's a good number 2. Although, make no doubt about it, the Broncos, if it was possible, had Champ Kelly come off his first round plus, the Broncos would have liked to have got Jalen Waddle to become their number 2. They didn't want to give up a 1. The Broncos didn't. They felt like the price and moving Troy Franklin down and moving Marvin Mims down and moving Pat Bryant down was just not worth the price. They're better off keeping those guys, letting them to continue to develop and keeping that first round pick for next year, because I think you have to think both long-term and short-term here, and they were balancing both on the Waddle deal. I think the Broncos can, the pie in the sky, I mean, I think they can get to the Final Four this year. I'm not sure about the Super Bowl, maybe. But next year, I really think when that $32 million of dead cap comes off of Russ, and next year is the year they really should pop for the Super Bowl. And you want to have that first-round pick to help you get there.
Yeah, that money and some draft picks. This team, again, I've been telling Cecil this week, I got to remind myself of the long game because, it's our Super Bowl and we want it now, Mike. So it's tough to do that sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I had them coming short just because of that $32 million in dead cap.
Sure.
They couldn't quite get all the players they wanted in free agency because of that. And, they're hurting on depth in a couple spots.
Mm-hmm.
That's beginning to show. They're only dressing 4 cornerbacks right now. So they're in trouble if someone twists an ankle tonight. Riley Moss twists an ankle late in the game, but he's okay. Late in the game against Houston. So they got to try to somehow, some way beat the Raiders, get out of there, and rest up for the Chiefs.
Well, we can't wait to see it. We're fired up every Thursday to talk to you, Mike, so appreciate you being flexible with your schedule here today and popping on the camera so we can see that chain every single week. Shout out to you, Mike. We appreciate
I look better on radio, guys. I look better on radio.
Hey, we all do, Mike. We all do, man.
I'll follow your rules here.
Well, we appreciate you, and we'll check in again real soon.
All right. You got it, guys.
There he goes. Mike Cliss at Mike Cliss 9 News with us every Thursday. You can hear him regularly right here on the station, and check out Shane there on YouTube. He's our 9 News Broncos insider, presented by Fitness Gallery. They sell the world's finest fitness equipment. All right, we'll react to a few things that Cliss had to say. We'll reset some of that stuff later. We also have to go inside the internet. We're going to use that to talk about what the Nuggets were able to accomplish last night, coming up next.
Will the Broncos avoid the trap game and earn their first divisional win of the season? Will Bo Nix and Evan Ingram finally get on the same page? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with zero down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with zero down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. What if you could use the equity in your home to get cash fast? With no appraisal, zero hassle, and less waiting with Cake? You can. The Cake Fast Cash program is like turning your home into your ATM. People are using it to pay off high-interest debt. Do renovations, tackle student loans, or cut monthly bills by hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The best part? Your current mortgage rate won't change. With Cake, you also get peace of mind. We're AAA rated by the Better Business Bureau and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked Cake Fast Cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com for thousands of 5-star reviews.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR, AdvancedHair.com.
Imagine a child in extreme poverty waiting over 365 days to be sponsored. End their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor now. Text RADIO to 83393.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. From conspiracy theories to cat videos, the World Wide Web can be a terrifying and beautiful place. So strap in and follow Dover and Cecil down the wormhole as they take you inside the Internet.
This, Jen, is the Internet.
Well, we want to talk a little bit about the Denver Nuggets and what they were able to accomplish last night going up against the Miami Heat, team that they won the World Championship against just a few years ago. And if you need a little written information about the Denver Nuggets, well, make sure you hit DenverSports.com. Looking at a story here right now by, it's got to be Jake Shapiro. Oh, Trent Finnegan, the king, talking about Tim Hardaway, and happy to be on this side of the fence as he embraces his new opportunity with the Nuggets. He was once again outstanding last night, Cecil, and he has been. He has never seen a shot that he doesn't like. I like that about Tim Hardaway. Sure, there'll be nights where we go, please stop, but that hasn't happened yet. They have been outstanding. Their work off the bench has been outstanding. Most of that led by Tim Hardaway Jr., but Joker did it again last night with a triple-double, his 5th of the season. Cecil, the rest of the NBA, together they have 5, and he also had a 30, 15, and 15 game, the 8th time in his career that he's done that. There's only one man that's done it more than him, and it's Oscar Robertson. You might have heard of him before.
Yeah, the Big O.
He did it 11 times. Can Joker do it 4 more times in the next 5, 6, dare I say 7 years to take that record from Big O as well? It's just beautiful, pure basketball watching that dude. David Adelman said it last night. He doesn't do anything wrong. Maybe it's defense, but outside of that, he doesn't really do anything wrong. He's literally a computer, that T1000, when that red eye lights up and he's breaking down and analyzing everything in real time.
Yeah.
Perfect passes, perfect ball placement. He did it again last night.
Yeah, he did it again last night. He'll continue to do it. And as I watched that game, it's like, thank God for Timmy Hardaway, right? Because you need that scoring punch. It's not there yet with Cam Johnson. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. Jamal getting some hustle plays there as well, so you like that effort continuing. But with Timmy Hardaway, even at the end of the first, when he just picks up the ball, throws it up, buzzer beater, that's what
awesome.
Hardaway's going to bring to the court. I was discouraged, though, last night by our favorite, and I hate to say it, but, man, Brucey B's, you got to take care of the ball, man. Yeah. Too many times in limited minutes, he's running out there, he's losing passes. You're not going to play that much. When you do play, put in what you can, but definitely don't be careless with the basketball. And I thought it might get away. The Heat kind of hung around. The Nuggets were going to put them away, and then the Heat would just kind of hang around. So, the Nuggets close, and they win. I thought they might run away with this thing, the way it was trending. And then Andrew Wiggins, who I don't know what you thought when he came out, but I was like, man, Andrew Wiggins is going to be one of the best players in the NBA. And he's damn good. Maybe he's never reached that full potential, but Wiggins was just cooking him all night.
He had a weird thing happen to him in Golden State with his father and stuff happening in his personal life, and then he's never really been the same since. And I don't know all the details.
Right.
It's really not my business, but I just wonder, like, where's his mentals at since that?
But as a basketball player, he's a hell of a player.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a problem last night.
And, dude, if Bam Adebayo doesn't go down in the first half, who knows what that thing turns into.
Right.
Because they had nobody to guard Aaron or Nikola once Bam goes down because they try to play so small. And I get it. They're playing that physical. Was it Jamal talking about last night? Somebody was talking about last night in postgame. Like, they're in your face for 48 minutes.
It was
and
Jamal.
that's kind of tough to get to. But once Bam goes down, all right, you got a physical guy that's down to play physical defense. Well, too bad he's 6'7", and he weighs 80 pounds less than Nikola Jokic. You're not going to stop him.
Yeah, and NBA TV, I don't know how you enjoy your games, but like NBA TV and League Pass, you can watch the opposing broadcast.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's fun. It's fun. The Heat broadcast, I don't remember their names, but that was fun. They called Nikola like a 7-foot Larry Bird.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Hell
I thought it was
yeah.
pretty cool.
That's freaking awesome. And then, by the way, to your point on the bench, honestly, no one was good on the bench last night. You just got lucky that you were playing a team without their biggest offensive and defensive weapon. I know Norman Powell can fill it up a little bit, but you didn't get it all from Jonas. You didn't get enough from Bruce, to your point with the turnovers. Even Jamal. Like I said, if you're going to be inefficient shooting the basketball, which he was last night, your assist-to-turnover ratio has to be better, and you have to rebound. He didn't do that well last night either, but they won, so I'm not going to hold his feet to the fire.
And back to Timmy Hardaway. Thank God for Timmy Hardaway doing his thing.
You know what I was thinking about last night? I was actually watching the game with my pops, and my dad's like, "That's Tim Hardaway's on the Nuggets." He didn't really realize it yet. And I said, Tim's dad has been at, all 3 out of the 4 Nuggets games, I think, at home. Dude, you and I got to get down there once things slow down a little bit, and tribe roll call, tribe meetup with Tim Hardaway Sr. I got to talk to that guy about the killer crossover.
I got to know how to do it. I got to know. It's like he's like a wizard, right? I need to know that UTEP 2-step.
So that'll be a ton of fun. Can't wait to see what they do moving forward. But again, like we've talked about with the Broncos, man, the Nuggets last night wasn't their best brand of basketball. They didn't get the best out of their bench outside of Timmy Hardaway, and you still won by 10 points pretty easily in the 4th and final frame.
Yeah, they were rolling, looking good. Need the bench to pick it up, but hey, it's a long season, and this is the first time really this whole season that the bench has kind of let me down.
You're right.
Not named Timmy Hardaway, of course.
And our boy Julian didn't even get in. That was a little disappointing.
Right.
Because Payton wasn't playing well. Julian still didn't get in, although Payton had a pretty sweet-ass block.
Yeah, he did. That was the highlight, but we kind of expect him to do that.
Yeah, that's kind of his job there. So Nuggets get the dub, and now we get ready for the Denver Broncos. Drew gave us the stat. How about this? Nuggets unbeaten at home, Avalanche unbeaten in regulation at home. They have 2 overtime losses where, of course, you take the 2 points, and the Broncos have yet to lose at home, too. Pretty nice time to be a Denver sports fan and go watch your favorite teams play in their barn.
Yeah, pretty fun time watching them in their barns, too.
I think they're 12-0-2 combined.
That's
nice
awesome.
Start. Pretty
That's great.
Nice start. All right, I got one thing that's not really on the internet, but it has to do with my neighborhood.
You know what, Stewie? If you don't like it, go on the internet.
You're really going to admit this
I'm gonna,
on air?
Because now what's going to be on the internet is people on the Ring and Neighborhood app complaining about me. I didn't think it would be a big deal, and then
it's totally a big deal.
Once I got done with it, I text the group, and I'm like, guys, I need some help here. I feel like a complete Richard. Honestly, like today, I'm probably going to go rake them up in the street. My front yard was covered in leaves. Like, I had done nothing since all the leaves started to fall. We have 2 trees in our front yard, so obviously a lot of leaves falling. I took the leaf blower, and I powered that bad boy up to all the way that it could go. I lock it in on the thing, and then there's a turbo button on the top to get some more speed.
I'm going to have to borrow your leaf blower.
Yeah, I'll bring it in. You can check it out.
Thank you.
And I blew every single leaf from my yard right into the street. And left them right there in the street.
No.
Now look, I'm new to this stuff. Okay?
Right.
I owned a townhome where I had an HOA, and I didn't have to do anything.
And they do it all.
They just show up and do the work for you. Here, obviously, you have to do it all on your own. And I embraced that a little bit. But I now recognize, and it took it being done and then the giant pile of leaves being in the front street. I almost took a picture and sent it, but I was more embarrassed to do that. I made the wrong choice, didn't I?
Yeah. When I didn't text you back, I was quietly judging you.
Well, do my neighbors hate me now?
They have concerns.
Okay.
They have concerns. Yes. They're like, well, that guy blows the... Because you get a reputation in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
like after a while, you'll get that reputation of, hey, that's the guy that blew his leaves into the street. That's how you're known now if your neighbors don't know your name.
Damn it. I don't want to be that guy in the neighborhood.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah. I'm going to go home and rake them up.
Take your leaf bags, rake them up, and then bring in your leaf blower so I can use it.
Okay. Are you going to blow them in the street?
I can blow them on the hogback.
Oh. Yeah, you got the great setup going on.
Yeah.
All right, I totally ruined it. Apologize to John and Leonard and E, my neighbors. That's on me. My bad, and I'll pick it up later on today. Pierce is checking in for Tribe Roll Call. His mile-high moment, I love this. Geno Smith is going to pull an Orlovsky. End zone safety, stepping out of bounds.
Wow.
That's a very... Kevin?
Yeah, I don't think Kevin had
Number
that.
98 on my list.
No. I'm going to have to see this
Geno
list.
pulls an Orlovsky.
Wow.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there, under run the ball.
Oh, we love it. That's a good one right there. Good one. Haven't heard that one yet. Tribe member Phil is in Arvada. Wants to know if we could see R.J. Harvey in kickoff or punt return tonight. Well, we asked Mike Cliss that. Mike says they're going to roll with Michael Bandy. So how does that make you guys feel there in Broncos country? All right, hour one done. Just like that. We're going on to quarter number 2. We know that no trades were made. Mike told us that they were close on a Waddle conversation. So, with no trades, no upgrades to the roster, who's the most important offensive weapon for Sean Payton to unlock the rest of the season? And it has to start tonight. Let's answer that next.
This Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan needs your help as we look to give back to those who have served their country. Teaming up with Foundation Cadillac, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is giving away 1 year of free oil changes to one of our state's many veterans. To nominate a current or former service member, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Roberto Coin is passion.
Roberto Coin is art.
Roberto Coin is love.
And Roberto Coin is right where you'd expect to find it. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Dylan's sister Shayna, inviting you to our exciting Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th.
This holiday, give her the iconic fashion, the wearable Italian artistry of the incomparable Roberto Coin.
Handcrafted in Vicenza, Italy, these gorgeous 18-karat earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and rings have made Roberto Coin the #1 Italian jewelry designer in the world.
And this holiday, Roberto Coin jewelry starts at under $750.
So come find your passion and the perfect gift.
The Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, where Colorado shines.
Happy holidays, Colorado.
Dave, come on. Isn't that a little early?
No. Who wants to wait for savings? No one. Lock in our below-market 4.75 5-year fixed, 5.81 APR.
Wait, you have a 4.75% rate fixed for 5 years?
Yes, and it comes with our Lowest Rate for Life program. Our trademark Lowest Rate for Life program allows you to lock in savings today, and if the market does improve after you close, even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. And there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. This is the best program in the industry. Plus, our holiday bonus, no payments until January of 26, and access up to $15,000 cash benefits just in time for the holidays. Call us now at 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Injured in an accident? Don't just hope for help. Demand results. At Postman Law, we handle it all. Car crash, workplace injury, or wrongful death. We deliver fast, effective, and personalized legal representation, powered by a team that's recovered over $3 billion for clients nationwide. We have taken on some of the biggest companies in the country and won. Our tech-driven approach means your case moves fast with clear updates every step of the way. So when you call 844-POSTMAN, you know you're getting speed, ease, and results. You're not just another case. You're a person who deserves justice. And from the moment you call, we're in your corner. You'll have a dedicated attorney and case manager fighting to get you every dollar you deserve. And remember, you don't pay unless we win. So don't wait. Call 844-POSTMAN now for your free case review. That's 844-POSTMAN. Because others promise, Postman Law delivers.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Brandon Stokely here from my team, ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No cost, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Game day, so why not get in on the action? Send that to the RamosLaw.com text line. Number over there is 303-713-1043, or to the YouTube stream where you can watch the show, hang out and participate, become friends with our crew over there like Creaky and Cornbread and Chris and Mel, Tommy Gunn.
Broncos Maniac,
Broncos Bar, New York City, all the crew over there. We appreciate all you guys taking the show in and being in the tribe. Hit us up right there. I want to talk about what now. So we know no roster moves were made. Mike Cliss did hint that, hey, they made the phone calls about Jalen Waddle. They were interested in getting a true wide receiver 2 right now, but the price was a little bit too steep. So with that in mind, Cecil, I want to talk about, all right, so who does Sean now need to unlock? I think Evan Ingram's a part of this conversation. I think R.J. Harvey's a part of this conversation. Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, as you said, you know some things that can get PB more involved. Mims is out tonight, but there's still some more for Marvin Mims, even though I think Sean's done a pretty good job of unlocking Marvin as an offensive weapon. They can do a little bit more than that. Something that Sean was asked this week about unlocking guys. Is it Evan Ingram that you need to unlock, Sean?
Yeah, I think it happens sometimes. There'll be a game where it's hard to predict where the ball goes sometimes. In sometimes the coverage dictates it. So, we'll keep looking for those touches and last week was a big quarters team, but we didn't get much quarters. And so what went from a big interior game became a more exterior game with as much single safety as they played. So he's doing good. He's doing really good.
We talk about coverages there and what Bo's seeing and why you might not have seen the ball go to Evan Ingram as many times because of what the Texans were able to do. But Cecil, when I say Ingram, Harvey, and then let's just bunch the young wide receivers together, that is Franklin, Bryant, and Mims. So vet tight end, rookie running back, young wide receiver core, who's most important to be unlocked for the rest of this season?
Yeah, the rest of the season, it's the influence that you get from a tight end. It just is with Evan Ingram. And if the Texans change that, going from quarters coverage to single high safety, why would they do that? They do it because they don't think Bo can beat him. Okay? This is why I'm calling for a big Bo Nix game tonight against the Las Vegas Raiders. You should be able to do whatever you want against this team. Bo's got to come through. The Texans changed. I've spent all of last week being like, they need to spread, they need to run the ball, they need to work the edges. And the Texans changed their defense because they changed it because of Bo. They don't think Bo can throw. They didn't think Bo could beat him.
Yeah.
Now he did. Checkmark W for Bo. But this time with the Raiders, how do they play him? He needs to come through. And for the rest of the season, it's important to get Evan Ingram going because of the influence that a tight end can bring to the field. Again, it's declaration of influence. When you line up and you have two tight ends, a team is likely to stay in base. More teams are trying to do that now. Follow the Sean McVay route of, we're going to show you 2 and 3 tight ends. We're going to declare heavy, and it's going to be a pass play. Teams want to pass. I won't nerd out completely, but your EPA on pass plays is way better than run plays.
Yeah.
So I'm a run-the-ball guy. I love running the ball. I like the emphasis the Broncos have on running the ball. In fact, they are above, and you maybe wouldn't think this sometimes in watching them, but rushing attempts, they have 243 compared to the league average of 221. Rushing yards, they have 1,202 compared to the league average of 963. Like at this point, they are just running the ball more, almost 5 yards a carry, 4.9. League average is 4.4. So they're really good at running the ball, but they really just want to get to the pass. It's not just Sean Payton. Everybody wants to do that. How do you do it? You do it with the influence of a tight end. Evan Ingram needs to come through.
See, and I don't want to give you too much argument there because I think everything you just said is spot on. I think everything that you just said is something we all thought we were going to get from Evan Ingram basically from the jump, and it's been a slow build, and it's still sort of a slow build. You and I talked about it, going back a couple of weeks now, probably to the Giants game where you're like, oh, there's a little bit more there. You saw some stuff against Dallas, and then in Houston, I saw him open a couple of times in the middle of the field without Bo getting there, and of course the throw on the sideline too high. Evan walks in for a touchdown if Bo can connect on that. So I'm not saying your answer is wrong, but when I thought about this question and this conversation for the show, my brain actually went to R.J. Harvey first. Of R.J. Harvey and almost the conversation we got into about the dual Joker looks giving you one Joker production, because you came up with it, 7 touchdowns and just south of 500 yards is what R.J. and Evan have been able to produce. And a lot of that stuff feels like it's coming from R.J.
It's R.J.,
he can rush and receive. So I think if you can unlock an R.J. Harvey, that includes him being on the field more, so he has to earn trust from Sean Payton in those chip situations. You can just do so much more with the guy. He can be a full-time back. I don't know that he ever will be this season, but he can be your full-time back that's also a dual threat to catch the ball out of the backfield. And that's what I'm saying. Unlocking brings all of that, and that might not be a realistic 9-week timeline, what I'm asking it to be. It might be like 6 weeks into next season when it really is. But just the question of like, hey, you get to unlock one player, who would it be? I might go R.J. Harvey for just the multiple things he could do on the field.
How about a 100-yard game from R.J. Harvey tonight?
I like that. Like that a lot.
Mike Cliss said, hey, R.J. wasn't able to do what he needed to do against the Texans because they didn't, build a lead. You should be able to build a lead. If Bo Nix plays the way he needs to, not the way he can. We know that he can play at a high level. He needs to tonight to prove that. If you get a lead and you start feeding R.J. Harvey, all of a sudden there's 100 yards on the ground for Harvey. He could even do it as a receiver as well. So not my high moment.
Okay.
I'm not stealing something from Kev here about 100 yards for R.J. Harvey, but I think that's something that we could see kind of flourish not only tonight but going forward.
Our guy Chris is texting in. He's also over on YouTube, and yes, Chris, it was you I was shouting out on the YouTube just a second ago. He writes, Josh Aroni. I've never been called that.
Josh Aroni?
And I kind of like it, Chris. He says, check this out. He's doing some research for us. Dobbins is averaging 4 yards per carry in the first half, 5.9 in the second half. He has 52 rushes in the first half versus 83 in the second. Sean's using the pass game to set up the run. Chris says, I don't like it. Interesting. And he even cites his sources like we're high school teachers. I freaking love that. So nice work right there, Chris, and we'll see what that looks like. That tells me, though, he's trusting that run game. They're wearing down a defense, the offensive line winning their one-on-ones like they tend to do, and he's taking advantage of that there in the second half. So nice work, Chris. Crushing it right there. Tommy in NorCal, his mile-high moment, Bo Nix, 4 total touchdowns. Ingram gets 2 of them, and Jahdae Barron or Riley Moss, I like that, covering your bases, come up with a pick 6. Mile-high moment, Tommy in NorCal calling his shot. Kev?
Yeah, I had the 4 Bo Nix touchdowns.
Well, to be fair,
I think you start at 4.
Week.
Yeah. I think you start at 4.
Yeah, that's always number 1 on
it's
the list.
It's going to be a bad week for Bo. Only 3 touchdowns. That's what Kev would say.
Great work, guys. Appreciate the text there, Tommy and Chris. Keep them coming on the RamosLaw.com text line and, of course, over there on the YouTube chat. Denver Sports YouTube, search Dover and Cecil. Click that stream. All right, how do the Raiders look versus Bo? What do they do defensively that Bo can take advantage of? Let's have that conversation next.
Can Bo Nix escape Mad Max Crosby? How should Vance Joseph defend against Brock Bowers? Zach By and Philip Lindsay will break it all down in a special Thursday night edition of the Fan Football Pregame Show, live on game day from Mile High Station. Presented by Modelo. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
I'm Navy vet Phil Briggs, here for Navy Federal Credit Union. I always love Veterans Day because it's when I see my buddies posting up pictures of us when we were younger and built for speed. Navy Federal Credit Union also celebrates veterans of all branches and their families every day of the year. As a veteran, you can become a member and access exclusive rates, discounts, and financial tools for the whole family. So become a member today at NavyFederal.org/veterans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Cutarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cutarelli at Cutarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cutarelli for his live webinar November 12th at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cutarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cutarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cutarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's November 12th at noon. coloradorle.com.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan.
What do the Raiders do that Bo can beat? What are they going to try to do to beat Bo? Well, we got a couple of numbers to go through. Kevin, Drew getting us some of this info. Next-gen stats coming through for Kevin. Oh, Mountain Dew coming through for Cecil.
Yes.
I'm going to have to get me one of those during the break. So what will the Raiders show tonight, Cecil, where Bo and the Broncos can take advantage? Bo Nix has been pressured just 25% of his dropbacks. That's the second lowest rate in the NFL. 10% of his pressures turn into sacks. Also, the lowest rate in the NFL. And the Raiders, they've only generated, the second lowest pressure rate in the entire NFL. So if Bo's really, really good at not taking sacks, Bo's really, really good at avoiding pressure, and the Raiders are really, really bad at getting and generating pressure, that should mean Bo Nix is going to have plenty of time to climb the pocket, let routes develop, what you and I talked about yesterday, that rhythm of 1, 2, 3, feet leading, eyes following, shoulders in place, back foot planted, throw an on-time and accurate football. It's setting up beautifully for Bo Nix to be able to accomplish that.
This is exactly the defense he needs to face for a big game. So that's why he should come through with a big performance tonight. Because what the Raiders do well, they don't do much of anything well. That's the thing. And if you look at the coverage you're going to get from Bo Nix, it's going to be there in the middle of the field. It's going to be there in the flats. If they do give you some man looks, you're going to attack Cortland Sutton. And the advanced data backs up what Mike Cliss told us earlier of like, hey, why has Franklin got more targets than Sutton? Because Sutton's getting double teamed about 70% of the time.
That's a big number.
That is a huge number. And it also tells you they don't believe, one, the Texans didn't believe Bo could beat him with his arm. That's why they changed their defense. And just coverage-wise, they don't believe in any of these young receivers. Hey, just take Sutton away. Ingram's not really doing anything, and we'll beat the Broncos.
I mean, look, let's be fair. If I were a defensive coordinator, I would do the same thing. They're unproven at this point. We're confident in what their ceiling could be, but right now, none of these young guys have really accomplished anything.
Yeah, I think they're forcing it to Troy a little bit too much. I'd like to see more Pat Bryant, more Evan Ingram first. But I think more Pat Bryant needs to be called up here from Sean Payton.
Last week, we talked about the Texans running a ton of nickel, and that's why you led to, hey, Bo got to run. Not the case with the Raiders. Only nickel 25% of the time. That's the lowest in the NFL. They're actually running a base defense, 64% of the time. Highest in the NFL. They have a Jamal Adams who's going to be all over the place. They're kind of hybrid. What'd you call Baron, like the star rover type of player?
Yes.
Same sort of thing there. Base defense. How do Bo and the Broncos take advantage of that?
Yeah, Bo and the Broncos take advantage when they're in base, because if you're in base, that means that the edge is going to be available to you. So if you are able to tempt them into, hey, we're running J.K. Dobbins, we're running it down your throat, J.K.'s leading the way, they cluster the box, now your edges are open. Now you've got one-on-one on the outside. Maybe you throw in some sort of motion. It's going to be a simpler week. Against Kansas City, I'm going to call for some different things, some more window dressing for Sean's offense. This one, oh, you're in base? We got you now, and that's where middle of the field comes in and the edges. Evan Ingram again and Sutton one-on-one.
If Sutton gets one-on-one, like I said, I'd love for, hey, They're giving me one-on-one looks. Cortland, let Bo know that. If Bo's not recognized it, Bo should be. And don't even think about anything else. If you have one-on-one, that 1, 2, 3, on to the next, he can throw all that junk right out the window. If it's one-on-one, safety approach in the line of scrimmage, throw it to 14. 100% of the time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Cortland Sutton doesn't see one-on-ones except for about 30% of the time, but most of his catches are from those situations. 14 catches this year, 213 yards against that man coverage.
And by the way, we're talking about pressure for the Raiders. Max Crosby's having a down year. He's had his lowest pressure rate this season at just 8.9%. Max a little long in the tooth. The rest of the team stinks so much that they can double and triple team that dude and just take him out of the equation. I think it's more of the latter.
Well, in the Broncos offensive line, we know that, one, they're not getting Bo Nix very many pressures. And we know that Garrett Bowles is having an outstanding season, like an all-pro level season for Garrett Bowles. So Max Crosby, I'm not going to say down year or maybe not what he used to be. He's still a threat. He's still a problem. And you don't want players like that, like Bowers on the other side, right? You don't want Max Crosby to, like, take over a game.
Yeah.
Because if they get hot and they stay hot and the confidence is high, that's where problems can arise for merely just two players, one on each side of the ball.
And then a number for Geno. I guess it's two different numbers. They're the same. 11. 11 and 11 is his touchdown interception ratio. He's had two different games. One in September against the Chargers, one at the end of September against the Bears. The Chargers defense is not as good as the Broncos. The Bears defense is not as good as the Broncos. He threw 3 interceptions in each of those games. In fact, as I look through Geno's game log, he's only had 2 games this year where he has not thrown an interception. September 21st against the Commanders, and then back on October 19th when they played at Kansas City, the only time he did not throw an interception in those games against Kansas City. He didn't throw a touchdown or an interception. So they're going to be, in a perfect world, how we think the game's going to go, they're going to be playing from behind. That means Geno's going to have to take some chances, force a couple of things, and it could be a big night for a Riley Moss, for a Jade Barron, for a Hufanga on the back end there. Brandon Jones is playing that center field spot a little bit this time around. So 11 interceptions, Geno's going to give this defense a chance.
Yeah, and you're going to pressure him, and he's going to throw it up. You've got to take advantage. Talanoa Hufanga has had so many, near interceptions.
Just catch the ball, man.
Even Sean talked about it on Tuesday, hey, he's there. He's got to learn how to catch it. All right, that's fine. We'll see if he can do that. And I think that's why the Geno call is the reason why so many of our Mile High moments today, y'all are calling your shot. And it's usually pick 6 Riley Moss, pick 6 Talanoa Hufanga. The Denver Broncos fans and Broncos country is calling for this defense to show up, get some of those turnovers. The one, I don't know, not necessarily complaint, but the one concern or something you wish you had a little bit more of from this Broncos defense was turnovers. You're going to get pressure. You're going to get some coverage. How about you get some turnovers against Geno? That's definitely on the table tonight.
I'm seeing this on the text line from a New York texter. Brendan texted in and says, what do you guys think about the morning crew saying they wanted the Raiders to be good again? Somebody actually DM'd me and said that was going on this morning.
Yeah.
They want the Raiders to be good again. I could understand why they're saying that, it ramps up the rivalry a little bit. I don't need any of that. If my rival sucks, suck forever, and I'm going to step on your throat every chance I get. The Raiders rivalry, it's not as amplified as it used to be, but I still have the same amount of sports hate in my heart for the Raiders that I've had my entire life.
I do not agree when people say, the NFL is better when the Cowboys are good. No, the NFL's fun because you can make fun of the Cowboys and make fun of Cowboys fans.
Right,
same thing with the Raiders. The NFL's good when they're not to sound morbid, but Al Davis ain't here, baby. It's not him and Pete Rozelle duking it out over what this league is going to be.
Right.
And, I'll give Al Davis credit along with Pete Rozelle. That competition and Pat Bowlen being advanced with the TV mind, that got the league where it is today. So, the titans of the NFL and how it was built, Al Davis was a part of that. He was a big part of that. But now, it's just the Raiders, man. Yeah. Just the Raiders. I want them to stay down. I want the Broncos to beat them down. I want a big game, a monster game. Just like when you played the Cowboys. Go out there. What's the complete game we keep talking about? Well, it was the Dallas game. Have another one of those tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my enemies, the people I'm trying to beat. I wish bad stuff upon them every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Right. And it's cute when they think they can compete.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Nice.
cute. It's
Nice.
cute when they think they know how to run things.
Maybe I'm petty. I'm 41, not changing.
I wonder if Gino goes in and thinks that he can run things and starts calling his shot, right?
Yeah. He's up in the GM's office every day. Like,
Right.
You know what I think we should
GM
do?
Gino, do they call him that?
They probably do. Our guy Philip from Morrison. You know what, Philip? I'm glad that you're not giving up on this. He's still pulling for a GB zone touchdown.
Whoa.
And that's his mile-high
Whoa.
moment. Oh, dude, this is cool, too. He writes, let Knicks mix. Like, mix it up a little bit? Is
I
that
like
your
it.
thing?
I like it.
Nice stuff right there. Never waver. If you want that fat guy touchdown, I say that with the most respect, by the way. Fat guy touchdown. Yeah, let's see it. I'd love to see. He had that diving effort. Let's reward the guy. Remember that dive?
He just laid there.
That was awesome, dude.
I just realized what my high moment is, and Kev does not have this one.
Oh.
He does not have this
Something
one.
completely off the board.
I know what it is. I know it's going to be used tonight. I believe it's going to be used tonight. I don't know anything.
Coming up
I know nothing.
Coming up at noon, we'll share our
Noon?
mile high moments as well.
Okay, Kev, you can't even research this. This isn't the Trent Sherfield touchdown like last week, which totally didn't happen.
Talking about your all-time backfire.
I have a lot of lists here on my.
It's not on your list.
These lists 1
I
through
guarantee
150,
it's not
so.
on your list. Sherfield, I got you last week with Sherfield. I'm getting you again.
Can't wait.
Again.
Noon, we will find out what his mile-high moment is. How do the Broncos beat the Raiders? We just went over some of the numbers or things that the Raiders do that the Broncos can take advantage of. 3 things they have to get done. Share your keys, and I'll share mine coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back. Presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040 with just a friendly tip here. I like to remind people that they never want to be gambling that the person that hits them has good insurance. So I want you to take a look at your insurance policies. Check and make sure that you have 2 things. One's called MedPay coverage. You want to make sure you have that. And then also UM/UIM coverage. This will protect you in case you get into an accident and the person that hits you doesn't have good insurance. If you have any questions, just give me a call. 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Colorado, here's the score. Groove Toyota has over 25 used vehicles priced under $10,000. That's right. Dependable cars, trucks, and SUVs you can drive home today without breaking the bank. Just like game day, timing is everything. These deals won't last long, and when the clock runs out, they're gone. Groove Toyota is all in on Colorado, all in on value, and all in on getting you back in the game. So make your move. Groove Toyota on Broadway in Inglewood, or shop GrooveToyota.com. Groove Toyota, all in on Colorado all season long.
It's holiday season again, which is great, but also a time of great stress. Planning and paying for friends, family, bills, gifts, etc. can make what should be the best time of the year into the most stressful. At U.S. Mortgages, we want to help reduce stress and debts. Lock in our below-market 4.75 5-year fixed, 5.81 APO.
Wait, you have a 4.75% fixed rate for 5 years?
Yes, and it comes with our lowest rate for life program. If the market improves after you close, even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. And there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. Lower your bills and stress, save money, and no payments until January of 26. Plus, access up to $15,000 in cash benefits just in time for the holidays. Call us now at 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Score huge deals and better sleep at Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Their sleep experts will find the perfect bed for your unique needs. Mattress Firm, they make sleep easy.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
We need to be critical.
No, it shouldn't be. I think there's ridiculous opinions about Bo Nix that abound. Like, he sucks, he's terrible, he's the worst thing ever, he's Tim Tebow, that type of stuff. Like, okay, none of that is true. Now, is he the bee's knees and the greatest quarterback of all time? No. There are limitations to his game, but with Sean Payton, this can be just like Drew Brees.
Yeah, if you can't take constructive criticism, grow the hell up.
Well, that's the internet, so...
Yeah. That's a don't be that guy or gal. I should have hit that one yesterday. Take constructive criticism from the people you love because it's not they're not trying to get you.
Somebody on Twitter, because I'm watching a Bo Nix thread, they're like, Bo Nix is white Jalen Hurts. Okay, well, he does throw to the middle of the field.
I was going to say, is that good or bad?
Jalen Hurts does not. Hey, if he wins the Super Bowl MVP, that's all that matters. If you had a Jalen Hurts debate here about Bo Nix, I'd take it all day.
Hell yeah.
Because we have that debate about Jalen Hurts.
I actually think Jalen Hurts is good.
I think, he's damn good, but there's limitations to what he does. Like Bo Nix. Bo Nix is damn good, but there's limitations to what he can do. Yeah. So work within those. Go out there and make those plays.
Go look at Jalen Hurts' win record. I think we'd all be down for that.
Exactly. Go look at that Super Bowl MVP trophy.
All right, I got a few keys to the game. Want to bounce them around, kick them off Cecil and the Tribe, see how you guys feel about it while we continue to monitor The RamosLaw.com text line and the YouTube chat with your guys' keys and mile-high moments. Let's get to those. All right, Cease, I've had this key before, but it fits really well with the short week and who the opponent is. It's once again time to not play with your food. I love what you told me on Tuesday when you got back, or was it Wednesday when you got back from the locker room, about the vibe there and simplifying things.
Mm-hmm.
Our buddy Andrew Mason wrote about it at DenverSports.com. We asked Mike about it, Mike Cliss, at 10:30 1 hour ago. Don't play with your food. This is not a game to unlock things, try new things. It's a game to get the offense going so that they're confident as they go into the Chiefs game. So like I said, I want simple things for Bo. I want a ton of running, as we always do, and we never really get that. It's just not a time to get cute. And the things I've learned from Cecil Lammey, the things I've learned reading Andrew Mason at DenverSports.com, and then talking to our Broncos insider Mike Cliss an hour ago, I don't think they're going to play with their food.
Yeah, don't play with your food. Don't give the Raiders any sort of opportunity. Beat them down, beat you down, right? And I know Debo didn't end up winning in Friday because he got a cinder block to the face. Yeah. Get up, Craig. Start cheating, Craig. But you just don't want him to have that opportunity. It's tough to win in this league. Even a crappy team like the Raiders can get you.
It's a division opponent. It's a short week. Yep. There's nothing to overlook.
Exactly. And they would love nothing more than, hey, they think we're down. They think they're everything. They're 7-2. Let's go beat them in their place. Yeah. That's what they're saying right now. And you let a guys like Bowers get you, you open up a window of opportunity. Geno Smith as a runner, like whatever that is that can get you, don't let it build momentum for an opponent that you should have down easily. Don't play with your food.
Real quick, squirrel moment because you said his name, Debo.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody saw it. Did you see Aqib Talib on Halloween? He was, I don't know, the podcast or whatever he does. You know, he does a bunch of different things. If you pay Aqib Talib, he's going to show up on your radio program. And I respect that about Aqib. He showed up as Debo to whatever podcast he was doing.
Okay.
So he had the flannel that he was wearing, the blue Dickies, and rode up on that bike and was dapping guys up, and he was asking, what you got on my 40, homie?
That's my beach cruiser.
Beach cruiser, that's what it was. Uh-huh. And, dude, Aqib Talib, Debo, basically the same guy.
Same guy.
Great costume from Aqib Talib. All right, key number 2. First, you don't play with your food. Key number 2, again, you run the hell out of this football because you're playing with the lead, and the Vegas Raiders give up about 110 yards per game. The Broncos are averaging 133, but the way I think this game is going to go, my number for key number 2 is 150. You have to have at least 150 rushing yards tonight. That means you're in control of the game, you're in control of the scoreboard, you're in control of time of possession, which they use a lot, and kind of as we talked about earlier, you're using some of those big chunk run plays to set up Bo to find an Evan Ingram, to find an RJ Harvey for a big play downfield. So heavy on the run, at least, and probably more than that if they win the way we think they're going to win, 150 rushing yards.
And I would love to see that because at the end of the game, you can just keep running the ball. You will get to a point where you're either going to give the Raiders life or you're going to take it away from them, where they'll just lay down. And that's not against them or whatever, but like there's a certain tipping point in that game. It's probably in the third quarter. You're up by 2 scores and going into halftime. You come out, and I actually hope the Broncos get the ball first. And I know Sean Payton, it's every week it's different, but like get the ball first, drive down, score.
Yep.
Put the pressure on them. Keep the pressure on. You're up by 2 scores at half. Come out that third quarter and go get another score. These guys will lay down. And once they lay down, you just run all over them. And that's where RJ Harvey could have that big day as a runner because they've given up and you can run the ball because you're up by 3 scores.
Before my final key, we got a text from somebody named Debo, and it says, keep my name out of your mouth.
Wow. Better hide our chains.
Yeah, for real.
Debo's coming around.
I'll tuck it in. I got something on your 40, man. Just take it easy, okay? Take it easy.
That's my grandmother gave me that chain.
Third and final key, it's about Bo. And you've been saying it, Cease. This game is set up for Bo to succeed with his arm. I want to see him work through those progressions. I'm not going to get that Sunday Night Football image of Sam Darnold bouncing through reads out of my head until I see it from Bo Nix. And this is the game to do it. A better Bo means you're working through your progressions, you're getting through them faster, you're hitting the open man without any sort of reservation. If it's open, take it. That's the throw you need to make, and I want to see that tonight. He has to work through those reads, and he has to be accurate and on time with the football. Hit the deep ball when it's presented to you, which it will be tonight against the Raiders. I love what you said earlier, Cease. If Bo doesn't have a big game tonight, we have some things to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, we definitely have some things to talk about because we can't blame Sean.
Nope.
This is a simplified week, a simplified game plan, and when they said that on Tuesday, and then when the locker room reinforced what their plan is, I was like, oh, God, Bo's about to go off. I almost said blow up and go off. Go up, blow off, blow up and go off. He's going to do it all. And to do it all tonight would be great. You need a really good Bo Nix game to just set that time, momentum. You're going to face Kansas City. Don't overlook the Raiders at all.
Nope.
I'm not saying this, but just from an optics standpoint, wouldn't we feel great about this Chiefs game if Bo Nix came out with that 4 touchdowns, 350 yards, he's dealing, and it's an easy win for the Broncos? That gives you momentum going forward.
Yes,
Kansas City, this big test right before your bye. You've battled this hard to be 7-2. Do not overlook the Raiders tonight. And Bo, you've got to play better. We're not covering for Bo tomorrow.
No, we're not.
Not at all.
Not against this team.
No.
Not against what the defense wants. What the Raiders do on defense is what Bo's best at beating.
Yes.
That's a formula for success for a second-year quarterback, and that's what we need to see. All right, we need to check our X as well. What's on our timeline that we want to share with you guys? Well, we both have a couple of sweet Nuggets stats to share.
I just found another one. It'll blow your mind.
Wow.
About Nikola Jokic.
More Joker love coming up when we check our X. And then I've hated the guy basically since I've laid eyes upon him, but we all now collectively can come together and hate Jordan Bennington as a whole for one very specific reason, and we'll share that next.
Will the Broncos avoid the trap game and earn their first divisional win of the season? Will Bo Nix and Evan Ingram finally get on the same page? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro. On them, it's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
With 24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey, Stoke here. If you need a hip or knee replacement surgery, check out Colorado Joint Replacement. They're home to some of the top trained surgeons in the state using the latest technology. Their expert surgeons offer the most innovative joint replacement care in the Front Range. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. When you buy an engagement ring or fine jewelry gift from Shane Company, you get more than what you paid for. Our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. It covers everything. There's no fine print. You'll get unlimited cleanings, resizings, and repairs. Plus, it even protects your engagement ring's center stone. We stand behind the quality of our jewelry, and that's our gift to you this holiday. Peace of mind. Because a friend knows the best things in life are free. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Injured in an accident? Don't just hope for help. Demand results. At Postman Law, we handle it all. Car crash, workplace injury, or wrongful death. We deliver fast, effective, and personalized legal representation, powered by a team that's recovered over $3 billion for clients nationwide. We have taken on some of the biggest companies in the country and won. Our tech-driven approach means your case moves fast with clear updates every step of the way. So when you call 844-POSTMAN, you know you're getting speed, ease, and results. You're not just another case. You're a person who deserves justice. And from the moment you call, we're in your corner. You'll have a dedicated attorney and case manager fighting to get you every dollar you deserve. And remember, you don't pay unless we win. So don't wait. Call 844-POSTMAN now for your free case review. That's 844-POSTMAN. Because others promise, Postman Law delivers.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Annuities, not advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Don't at me, bro. It's time to check your ex.
Why are you stalking me?
No, not that ex.
Twitter, unfollow.
Here's Dover and Cecil to help you swipe, scroll, and screenshot your way through today's top headlines.
Power of social media. I'm on Team Gets It.
Are you on Team Gets It? We got a few things to roll through, so let's hammer out our tweets.
We'll check our X so you don't have to, because Twitter is as Sandy would say, the realm of the lowest common denominator.
Yeah. I got to say, since joining TikTok, I'm less Twitter guy. TikTok's so much more pleasant. But still plenty of action over there on Twitter. Carp Carrion Mailman hits us up, and he is 100% spot on with my first tweet. And if you didn't see it, it's a video out there of Jordan Binnington, and I do have it on my Twitter if you want to go check it out, at Joshua Dover. He's at Cecil Lammy. So Alexander Ovechkin scores goal 900 last night, and he's the first human being in the history of the sport to achieve that number.
Right.
Pretty damn cool, right?
Huge number.
Awesome moment. The game stops. Every Blues member gets off the ice, recognizing, hey, let's give him his moment. Bench is empty. They're celebrating Ovi. Crowd going nuts. All the good stuff. And then you cut to the goaltender that gave up the 900th goal. Jordan Bag of the Century Binnington. He takes the puck, puts it down his gross-ass pants near his buttocks, and hides it from the referee. Referee comes back a couple of minutes later or whatever and goes, we know you have that puck in your butt area. That sounded very... In your back pocket.
It's in the back pocket. Pocket? We got to...
My bad.
Start over. Okay.
We know that puck is in your pocket back there.
Yes, thank you.
Give it up, man. What just baggery? What? Alexander Ovechkin, 900th goal, and you try to stash the puck for what? You're going to sell it on eBay later on, Jordan Binnington? I can't stand this, dude. The Kadri stuff, everything he always cries about, the water bottle. Then, by the way, don't forget he swung his hockey stick at Nazem Kadri when he was still rocking an Avs sweater.
Yes.
Dude, you know I have sports hate in my heart. I don't know if I have any more for this guy, Jordan Binnington. I hate this dude.
Yeah, you should. He's very hateable. Why do you do that? Because you're something I can't say on air. That's why he did that.
Jordan Binnington.
Terrible.
Somebody, please,
Awful.
punch him in the throat.
Waka, 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 waka,
All right, Cease, let's share a couple of awesome tweets that we have for Nikola Jokic. I got a quick one from StatMuse had this. We mentioned the 30-15-15 game. Nikola Jokic has 8 of those now after last night. He now has 8 And combined in the NBA since 1980, there's been 15 total of those games. 8 of them have come from Nikola Jokic. 7 others in 45 years have been able to accomplish what Joker's done 8 times in a 10-year NBA career.
Yeah, he does it all the time. All the time. You want my numbers?
Yeah, please.
Nikola Jokic's 78th career game, leading both teams in points, rebounds, and assists. That's the most such game by any player since the 76 NBA-ABA merger, and that's 10 more than the next closest player. This is a game where you lead both teams in points, rebounds, and assists. Next closest player who's 10 behind Nikola is LeBron James. So he's got 68 of those things.
He's leading the Nuggets and their opponent in points, rebounds, and assists.
Yes.
And he's done that 78 times. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Do you want more?
I want more.
I got more. From the Lakers daddy, who's a good follow on Twitter.
Is that the guy that has a frog? Is his Twitter
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. More points than Anthony Davis, more rebounds than Giannis, more assists than the entire NBA, higher three-point percentage than Luka, higher field goal percentage than Wemby, higher PER than SGA, highest assist percentage in the entire NBA, highest box plus minus in the entire NBA. Just let that sink in. It's Nikola Jokic, everybody. Now, do you want a depressing one?
Uh-oh.
You know, on this show, we are the Bo Show, but we're also the Jake Shapiro Show.
Yeah, we love Jake.
We love Shapiro. Awesome. Anything he does, it's incredible.
Shout out to you, Shap.
Shapalicious on Twitter. The NBA is going to shorten Joker's career with the lack of protection he gets. Watching him get clawed every possession down, then seeing Andrew Wiggins get a touch foul next time down in the post. The whole point of fouls is to protect from injuries in case you forgot.
This is what I have a problem with it. Jake's spot on. I told you earlier, Miami loses Bam. He goes down in the first half, doesn't return, and then they're playing smaller. But what the officials allowed to have happened is, all right, this guy, X-player, is smaller than Nikola. So he gets to be more physical, and they're slapping down, and then all of this stuff. And it's not called a foul because you go, oh, well, he's smaller. Well, what's a foul? Is it a foul or is it not a foul? If I'm 6 inches smaller than you and I foul you, then it's a foul. If we're the same size and I foul you, it's a foul. I hate the fact that happens regularly, and it certainly happened last night for Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, it's something to keep a watch for because we've seen it. You can tackle him, I guess. You can put your arms around him. You could bear hug Nikola Jokic, and he's not getting MVP treatment. He's not getting superstar treatment. Something we all thought would change when the rest of the league figured out, oh, yeah, they got a superstar in Denver.
They got a superstar, and the league doesn't treat him as so.
Yes.
I don't understand that, and I never will. His basketball is not sexy enough for Adam Silver to give the superstar treatment that literally every other superstar in the league gets. Joel Embiid gets that treatment.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a bum. He's not even a superstar anymore. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
They're talking about Joel Embiid maybe having to be traded and just start all over in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Who the hell's going to want him on their team?
I wouldn't.
Oh. Great stuff from Nikola Jokic last night.
Oh, God, the Knicks will want him.
Because
I was like, who's dumb enough to take Joel Embiid? Oh, the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
That one is a little scary.
Why'd you have to bring that up?
I got one quick one here.
Waka, 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 here.
This is actually from our very own Zach Bylines, or
Beisline
on social media right there. I realized we were making fun of people paying for Twitter, and Zach's got that check mark. He tweeted out something to remember ahead of Thursday Night Football. Pete Carroll has never won a game in Denver. Pete Carroll is 0-4 in the Mile High City. That makes me feel even better. Pete Carroll has never won. His quarterback sucks. They have no one to throw the football to if the Broncos can shut down Brock Bowers. I get that that's a big if. Ashton Genty hasn't had much success, and the Broncos have the best defensive interior line in all the land. I'm feeling even better about tonight.
Okay.
Thanks to ZB.
Do you want me to have you not feel good now?
I guess so.
Waka, 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 here.
Blonde Aaron, a lady, says that sports betting is genuinely a sign of low IQ.
Oh, come on,
you
Aaron.
Can't change my mind. Now, this comes from a report from Charlie Bilello. I don't know. He says Americans bet over $148 billion on sports last year, which is more than they spent on movies, books, concerts, and sports tickets combined.
Wow. And sports tickets?
And sports tickets. $148 billion.
Dude.
Now, again, get down how you get down. I don't want Zach to at me when he comes in for crosstalk, but it's like, okay.
I'm good for about $200.
I'm not going to tell you how to fan. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. Obviously, I like real investing, not fake investing, but $148 billion on sports betting?
That's a ton. And that tells you it's going nowhere.
Well,
where's sports betting going? Nowhere.
Don't complain about the price of eggs if you're like, I'm going to throw $5 on this over-under. Broncos are favored by 9.5. Okay, well, then you can't say anything about eggs.
That's actually what I was going to go the other way of, hey, you're upset that everybody's spending this money on sports betting and gambling and, not great investments, but, a certain crowd's on their 8th Big Mac of the week. Maybe spend your money elsewhere.
It's super quick on this one. Do you know Bob Ryan? I know. I got to let Jameis finish. Bob Ryan,
the reporter?
Around the Horny?
Yeah.
Around the Horny is what they're calling him now because he forgot to put his burner on. There's a lot of thirst traps on Twitter.
Okay.
And I think it's ridiculous. I mean, I'll take a look, but
sure.
The whole hey, tell me I'm hot. Tell me I'm hot. Say hi if you think I'm hot. Those thirst traps from the ladies out there on Twitter. And Miss Michelle or something. Anyway, she says, am I too old for you? She's a lady. And she says, men rejected me because I'm too old. Please say hi if you think I'm good looking. And she's a, nice older looking lady. There's nothing salacious. She's not showing anything. Looks like she's wearing stockings if you need to know. Bob Ryan forgot to put his burner on and says, hi there.
Wow.
This tweet
from his
Bob
actual
Ryan.
@Bob Ryan account.
Yes, @Bob Ryan from Around the Horn.
Yeah.
Sports columnist emeritus for the Boston Globe. We all know him. He's got 113,000 followers on Twitter. We know him from Around the Horn. He forgot to check in with his burner.
Yeah.
Now, I think if you have a burner, you're ridiculous.
Just be who you are.
Yeah. Be if you've got time on Twitter to be like, I'm going to make a fake account and then go say what I really want to say. If that's you, fine. I think you're ridiculous, but whatever. Bob Ryan, make sure to switch to your burner.
And look, I don't know Bob Ryan's personal life. I don't really care to know Bob Ryan's personal life, but is he single? Is he not a married man with children and all that stuff? Like, if you're a single dude shooting your shot at a lady on the internet, go for it, man. But if he's got a wife, and I think that's probably not the best look.
It's just one, that's not a real post. That's not a real person. It's whatever. And this is great. My buddy Jenna, who covers the Buccaneers for ESPN, Jenna Lane. She says, Bob, the IRS will never text you, just so you know. Oh, my God.
A+ reply from Jenna right there. That is outstanding work. Yeah, be careful on the internet. I always maintain, Cecil, the most popular person on the internet is actually a loser in real life. I'm never going to come off of that hill. If you got all that time to be on the internet, that tells me you don't have a lot of time for real friends in real life. That's what's on our timeline. We have a lot of fun with that segment. All right, it's lunchtime on a game day. We're about 6 hours away from kickoff between the Broncos and the Raiders. How do the Broncos win this game? What are all of our mile-high moments? Text and comment on YouTube with yours. We'll catch up and give ours coming up next.
This Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan needs your help as we look to give back to those who have served their country. Teaming up with Foundation Cadillac, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is giving away 1 year of free oil changes to one of our state's many veterans. To nominate a current or former service member, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hi there, fellas. Josh Drover here to talk to you about Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and erectile dysfunction. Are you in a relationship? Perhaps you're looking to get in a relationship and you're replying to ladies on the internet. If you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, you're not going to have much success, and those excuses that you're coming up with, they're going to get old real quick. And I promise you, the stuff you're trying at the gas station, the pills and the herbals, when they fail, where are you going to turn? I've got your answer. RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. They have been serving the Front Range for nearly a decade, and check this out. They successfully treated tens of thousands of men. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. So fellas, you have nothing to lose and your sex life to gain, intimacy to gain. Set up your first appointment at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. They're going to draw your blood, tell you what your T and PSA levels are, and if medically advised, they're going to suggest you take a test dose right there in the office. If that test dose does not work, Your office visit is free. But did you hear what I said earlier? It works. And over 90% of men, some treatments can have you lasting an hour or more if you've got some making up to do. So stop running from an uncomfortable and awkward conversation and do something that could change your sex life forever. Talk to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
At Ameristar, the best memories don't trend, they last. They're stories we're still telling 20 years later, like winning big at a table with your closest friends, or going all out on a night you hope lasts forever. Like watching your team clinch the playoffs on a giant screen, or stepping away for a weekend you'll never forget. Whatever you do it for the memories, and we'll do everything we can to make them last. Ameristar Blackhawk. Come visit or book your next memories at AmeristarBlackhawk.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Constipation with belly pain that keeps coming back and back and back. If your symptoms keep coming back, talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C. Linzess could help you get ahead of it. Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down, plus make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down, plus no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit, 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan presents
between the Broncos and the Raiders. Broncos fans, tribe members, we want to hear from you. Time to call your shot, your mile-high moment. You got any keys to the game? Hit us up with those. We can get to those at 303-713-1043 on the RamosLaw.com text line. Same rules apply over on the YouTube stream. Search Denver Sports, click Dover and Cecil, and you are in. If you've already sent some keys or perhaps your mile-high moment, we haven't got to read it on air, resend that thing. Send it right back to the top so it can get in our eyesight once more. Again, what's your mile-high moment? And if you have any, it doesn't have to be 3 keys. If you got one thing you think the Broncos absolutely must do, hit us up, share it with us, and we'll give you a shout-out on the show. If you're over on the RamosLaw.com text line, don't forget to put your name on your text so we can give you a shout-out on the show. The Broncos opened as a 10-point favorite against this Vegas team. I don't even know what it is right now. Obviously, you're going to get 10 days after this to prepare for what will be a huge game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Fired up about that. Not fired up that they're not going to have Marvin Mims tonight. We did talk with Mike Cliss earlier about Michael Bandy getting that opportunity. I know there's that sour taste in the mouth of Michael Bandy muffing that punt. Mike said it. You backed him up there. It's a weird situation for him.
Right.
Usually a very sure-handed dude, but Marvin Mims being there would make everybody feel a lot better. I don't think it's a, oh, crap moment. Michael Bandy's, I don't think he's going to have a significant enough role to really hurt the Broncos anymore.
Well, Touchdown Bo Nix in our YouTube chat says the Bandy Man can.
Oh, wow.
His mile high moment is a Michael Bandy touchdown.
Nice. Touchdown Bo Nix.
Touchdown Bo Nix is day drinking.
Dude, it's okay. It's noon at this point. You can do whatever you want.
Wait, are we in victory formation an hour early?
Oh, wow. Well, Touchdown Bo Nix is.
He is, definitely.
Sure. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. I mean, a big-time touchdown for Michael Bandy sure would be fun and be a big moment for Michael Bandy. Cecil, your kind of early feelings here, I guess not so early now. With the Raiders, is it simply a puncher's chance? Like, okay, if you catch the Broncos with their hands down,
right,
you throw a solid punch at the chin, you might be able to catch them. Or is this, hey, they're really, really bad. The Broncos still haven't figured out who they are, but they're better than that Raiders squad.
If you can keep this thing close, that's bad for the Denver Broncos because the way you can beat them are two things the Raiders could do. Now, this is if Geno Smith isn't out there stumbling, bumbling, and throwing a bunch of picks. This is Brock Bowers, and this is Ashton Jeanty, the real first-round running back this year, the only one. And with Jeanty, and I still personally believe this against the Denver Broncos, if you stick with the run, you can beat them. The Philadelphia Eagles go away from Saquon Barkley, and I'm glad the Broncos won, and we had a great time after that game. It was awesome. Broncos beating the world champions, defending world champs. Had they stuck with Saquon Barkley, they'd probably just beat Denver. If you have a situation where you're not getting that lead, right, and you're not building that momentum, and the Raiders are kind of hanging around, and they can still feed Jeanty, because they will.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 3 yards a carry, we've seen it this year. Pete Carroll's talked about it. We'll give him 25 carries. That's on the docket tonight.
Wouldn't you think real quick that, hey, they're going to run the football, run the football, because if this game is 17-13, that plays right into what the Raiders are trying to do.
Exactly, and then something's happened with the Broncos offense that they're not clicking. The Raiders can take advantage of that. Brock Bowers is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. Whatever your plan is for him, I hope it works. I can't say that it will. I'm hoping that you keep him under 100 yards. And that's ridiculous for a tight end, but that's the type of player that he is. So you uncork Bowers, that's one thing. But if Jeanty's able to just keep grinding, even if it is 3 yards a carry, but he's just keeping grinding at you, Ashton Jeanty has 25 carries for 93 yards, something like that. That's bad news for the Broncos. So it's more than a puncher's chance. It's more than I always bring up the white man can't jump, sun shines on a dog's ass every now and again. It's more than that tonight. Don't fear the Raiders, of course.
No.
Don't even respect the Raiders. But just know that...
Maybe fear their fans. Well, my Uncle Chris is a giant man. He will destroy people. Fear him.
Okay.
He's also nice as hell. He'll never do that.
Nice,
but
nice.
He still roots for the Raiders, you know?
We gotta change that. But anyway.
You tell him. He's giant. I'm not telling him anything.
Okay, I will. I think tonight you just go take care of your business, handle it the way you can, and you'll win.
Yep, I agree. Look, they're a division opponent. You're going to have a puncher's chance.
Right.
And like I said, keeping it close is exactly what they would want to do. You know a little bit more about Ashton Jeanty than I do. What are they going to try to do with Ashton? Is that hey, we think we can run, but he's back there looking like Michael Myers running between the tackles? Or are they going to try to get him on the outside? I know Nick Benito hates when I say this, but are they going to run right at Nick and see if he really is about stopping
and that's what they would do with Jeanty the best. Now, he's going to have his Michael Myers stance. He just stands, basically. He doesn't...
He's got like his hands on his knee pad. It looks weird as hell.
Yeah, he doesn't do the athletic stance. He just kind of stands there. But they'll do a lot of counter stuff. They're going to try to go towards Nick Benito tonight, so make sure you're shored up that way. They should not attack you between the tackles. They should not attack you up the gut. And Malcolm Roach makes a huge difference for this Broncos defense. And I look forward to the future of like a Savion Jones or whatever. But Malcolm Roach on this run defense is just such a plug-and-play guy, stuffing the run, and a guy that you're just not going to try that portion of the field. So expect counter. We're going to try to get you flow one way, go the other way. You've got discipline. Now, as a team, maybe they don't have discipline because all the damn penalties, but that Broncos defense, Vance Joseph will have them prepared for any sort of counter motion tonight.
Something Sean Payton talked about, we're going to get through this. I want to hear from Cecil and his keys to the game, is these Thursday night games, short week. Sean was asked what he's learned playing in these games from his past.
My thoughts don't matter, but we've learned a lot. I think we've learned a lot relative to the recovery and our league in general. And I say this about teaching, but it's no different than any other. There's constant advancement, how important the sleep is, how important some of these units that we've invested, in our, the walkthrough. All of those things are things maybe years ago that we weren't as knowledgeable with.
All right, so that's interesting to me that it's nothing about, as we've been talking about, simplifying things, making the playbook a little bit smaller. He wouldn't probably say that anyway.
Yeah.
But it goes to the off-the-field stuff. Mike said it. Mike Cliss told us earlier, hey, it's not really a normal Sean Payton week. It's a glorified walkthrough every day. He's letting these guys rest and recover.
Yeah.
Then you get the rest of this week. It sounds like, without them saying it, because I don't believe anybody's overlooking. Division opponent, short week, you don't do that. But it sounds like he's going, hey, let's do it right this week so that we can set ourselves up to be successful next week when a real big game is in front of us.
Well, and what else are you setting up? You have easy. When I was out there on Tuesday, guys were wearing ball caps. So it's not even a walkthrough. It's almost an insult to walkthroughs, right? They're doing practice. They're going through their install. They're doing everything simple, super simple. If you drop this game and Pete Carroll gets his first win in Denver, because he's due, right? Sean Payton's going to put you through hell. It's going to be hell week for the Denver Broncos preparing for the Kansas City Chiefs if they drop this one. If you get it in the way that you can, hey, enjoy your little mini bye. Enjoy that. Hey, Friday, you guys off, check in a little bit, and then take off weekend. Yeah, watch a little NFL football on Sunday. If you drop this one against the Raiders, it's hell week for you. Sean Payton will put you through hell because there ain't no way before the official bye week where Sean actually might go to his pad down in New Orleans and something. Sean Payton might actually kind of smile and enjoy himself.
Wow.
Next week, if you take care of business in your preparation for Kansas City, and I didn't even say win against Kansas City, but just prepare in the way that you need to prepare. Why is this a problem?
That's a great question.
They had the talk 2 weeks ago when I asked Bo Nix, hey, Sean said you're taking Wednesday to Sunday. How do you do that? And then they did. And it's awesome.
They scored 44 points after that.
And then they didn't. And it's not just the number one defense. And I know Bo was trying to be funny, but Bo's not funny. Sorry, it's just not.
He doesn't watch your mouth.
He doesn't have the Peyton Manning humor, you know what I mean, that Peyton Manning does.
Throw a football at a kid. What the heck, Bo?
Well, and if he's going to do that and say, well, how about we don't play the number one defense? You're not playing you're playing the number 30 defense. You better ball out, Bo. Mm-hmm. This is the night. This is the night. We expect a lot from Bo. We expect this team to win a lot of games. Now Dan Orlovsky's ripping me off saying that the Broncos are going to win 13 games.
Nice.
It was always there. It was there in April. So go get it now.
Text Dan. So welcome to the party, pal. That's what you should text Dan. All right, I want to get to Mile High Moments. You guys are crushing it on the text line. I know Cecil's going to have some over on YouTube as well.
People are trying to trick Kev here.
Oh, I like this game. Your Mile High Moment list.
I don't lose. I have the full list right here.
You do not have some of these suggestions.
It's got 150 written down.
Give me one.
We've got to find one. We'll get to that in about 8 minutes. Cecil, let's hit through your keys to the game. What do the Broncos have to do to win tonight?
Yeah, key to the game, super simple. The easiest one right off the bat is you've got to take care of Brock Bowers. And by that, I mean, can you keep him around 50 yards? If I'm going to, sacrifice a little bit, okay, 70 yards. Just don't let Brock Bowers get loose. So bracket coverage, most likely have Jahdae Barron and a safety on him. Try a linebacker and a safety on him. Just whatever, different principles. Funnel him towards your other defenders and let, Trey Tucker beat you or Tyler Lockett got you guys. Oh, boy, Tyler Lockett with the big play. And I like Tyler Lockett, but just let someone else in the passing game not name Brock Bowers beat you.
I like that. Yeah, if they can shut down Brock Bowers, the way I think a lot of people in the Tribe and Broncos country want this game to go, I think it's dependent on that thing first and foremost. If you keep Brock in check, yesterday you rattled off his numbers, and he's had a couple of really big games, but he's had like some 4 for 38s. I think he had a 4 for 26. That kind of performance tonight means the Broncos roll in a big way.
Yes, point number 2, third downs. Keep moving the chains. This is a Raiders defense that is bottom 5 in the league when it comes to third down conversion rate. It's almost 50%.
Wow.
It's like I'm triple checking my stats.
You're like, that can't be right.
That can't be right. 50% of the time you're moving the chains on third down, it's 47.8, but I'm rounding up to 50. 50% of the time. You know what you better be tonight on third downs? 50% of the time, or better.
If not better, yeah.
How about that? And just keep moving the chains, more plays, more chances of Sean to run something out there. Maybe it's more ground game, whatever it is. Third down rate, make sure you're moving the chains, Bo.
That goes back to so much what you said earlier about you win tonight, you win big, you win with a little bit of style points. How much confidence do they have when they get back to work on Tuesday and go, hey, now we're getting ready for the Kansas City Chiefs, knowing who we can be and what we can do defensively. Again, a win is a win, but win with some style tonight, build confidence going into the Kansas City game. That's going to go a long way for specifically the offense.
I absolutely love it. And part of the third down for me is also work in the middle of the field. I mentioned earlier, I'll reiterate, when targeted between the numbers, the Raiders have not gotten an interception this year, and they allow a quarterback rating of 143.8.
Holy cow.
In the middle of the field. So on third down, you know where I'm going?
They suck so
Middle
bad.
of the field. Middle of the field, third down. It's almost a gimme.
It's right there for you.
It's almost a layup.
Yeah, and again, it's Bo not finding Evan in the middle of the field has been a problem. This sets up to start finding that momentum and creating some continuity that they can take with them through the rest of the season.
Yes.
Love 1 and 2. What is key number 3?
And key number 3 is go to the flats. And Kev may not like this, but you're going to have to utilize screen passes. This means Troy Franklin. This means R.J. Harvey. And R.J. Harvey in his lineups, I'm not going to, nerd out completely, but like R.J. Harvey's moving around, not necessarily getting those passes from the backfield. He's also getting the passes from out wide. So flats for R.J. Harvey. They allow almost a perfect quarterback rating. They are the worst team in the league when you target at or behind the line of scrimmage on the outside. Those are the flats. So go to your flats tonight. Work the middle of the field on third down, but go to your flats. If you want to pass on first down, Sean, I know you got a screen pass or two dialed up. Fans may hate it, but it should work tonight against the Raiders.
Would you be all right with that, of first down plays being some of those flats, screens?
Yeah, I mean,
instead
that's
of
essentially
rush?
a long handoff. I know people hate the screens, and if you're a Bo Nix supporter, as we are as the Bo Show, you get sick of like, oh, he's a check down merchant. Well, Sean's calling the screen. He's throwing the screen. Against the Raiders, it should work to perfection tonight.
And see, I can understand why folks are upset with the check down stuff. But when there is a reason behind it, you can tell me, hey, Sean, like you just did, here's why I'm calling these plays. The Raiders aren't good out there. The Raiders aren't there in the middle of the field. You can use that to get your one-on-ones with your playmakers. That's all good. I think for me, what's maddening, and this isn't even necessarily just with screens, but anytime you're calling a play behind the sticks on a third down, it's just, why did you just punt it on third down? That's what drives me crazy with that short stuff that Sean calls up. And who knows? Maybe some of that's actually on the wide receiver for cutting a route too short, but those are the ones that drive me nuts. With some intent behind it, I'm all good with screens and flat routes tonight.
Make it happen.
Let's do it. Get it done. Those are Cecil's 3 keys to the game. Now, how about our mile-high moments? We're going to give you ours after I tell you about the fan flyaway being back. Thanks to 303 Law 4040. This time, we're sending a lucky listener and a guest to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. Here's what you get if you win. 2 tickets to the Saturday round at TPC Scottsdale, round trip airfare for 2 from Denver, 2 nights hotel stay, and $500 to blow while you're out in Scottsdale. For more information and to register, we tell you all the time, we want someone from the tribe to win this contest. You want to go to thefanflyaway.com. If you've entered into a previous flyaway contest, you're already registered for this one, because once you sign up for a flyaway, you're automatically entered into all future fan flyaways. All right, Cecil, what is your mile-high moment?
My mile-high moment, and this has been something the Broncos have flashed. If the game script unfolds where they can do this, they will do it, and this time they'll execute it. I think it's an R.J. Harvey pass.
R.J. Harvey throwing the ball.
I think it's an R.J. Harvey pass. I'm not even going to say touchdown.
Okay.
But we saw it, I think it was the Dallas game, where you saw Bo throw it back to R.J., and it was behind him. And the only reason you throw it behind you is so that he can do a forward pass. So I believe, and again, I didn't see practice, and they were inside anyway, and it was a damn walkthrough and ball caps on, okay? But I believe it's an R.J. Harvey pass tonight. It's rolling so much. Maybe it's a touchdown, maybe not, but it's rolling so much that Sean throws in a little, hey, Andy Reid, how about you prepare for this too? You know, that it's going to be simple. But Sean can't help himself, right? Sean Payton. This is Sean Payton.
You're right about that.
There are people that can help themselves, and there are others named Sean Payton. Mm-hmm. He can't help himself. I think he throws in a little trickification, and I think it's an R.J. Harvey pass tonight.
It actually kind of makes a lot of sense, too, of you being like, hey, they're going to simplify stuff. It's a short week. Sean's not going to go crazy. Running back pass. That's what in the mix. It's just perfect for Sean.
Halfback option.
It's just a perfect play for Sean. That's a great one.
And Kev didn't even have that one.
No.
He didn't react.
I think you're right.
Have it.
That's off the board for a lot of people.
Oh, no, I had it. It was number 13.
It's that high on the list?
It was from a couple weeks ago. So I rolled. I'm like, Sean, I'm rolling plays over. Yeah, I had it.
Wow.
You don't have enough in there. Now that we've had a couple of hours of doing the show, I've seen this one a bunch, but I'm going to roll with it. I wrote it down last night before the show, so I'm just jumping on the bandwagon, I guess. I do think there's going to be a defensive score here.
Everyone's picking it.
Dude, Geno Smith with 11 interceptions and 11 touchdowns, he's going to take chances. I believe that the Broncos are going to play with a lead. How big of a lead is the only question. We'll see what they can do containing a guy like Brock Bowers. But I think there's just going to be too many moments in this game where even without PS2, Geno's got to take a shot. He's got to try to fit a ball into a tight window that necessarily he wouldn't if they weren't trailing by a score or two. So I think he does that. I'll get a little specific. I don't know that it's like hey, Riley jumps a route and it gets in. I think there's going to be a ball up in the air. Somebody's going to come down with it, and they're taking that thing back the other way. We got a defensive score tonight.
Okay, defensive score. I'd love to see that. Kevin Kistner. Everyone's been waiting for your mile high moment. Are you going to steal it from Drew, or is Drew going to steal yours?
Oh, Drew will probably steal mine.
Drew's been looking over your shoulder, by the way, so I hope you're.
I'm writing notes down.
I hope your login is okay.
Yeah.
It's password 123. Okay. I'm ready for a big game from Bo. I'm ready for one of these historical games.
Whoa.
Prime time. You're wearing the throwbacks like what I'm wearing right now. I think this is one of those games. Give me 6 touchdowns.
Oh, my God.
No.
Give me 6.
Drew, he's drinking. He's drinking. What's in your water bottle?
I wish I was.
Spivak, we can't.
It's already in the garbage, so I can't go back and look at it. So clearly he's had enough.
So like 6 passing, little combo
You got
action?
to cut him off. Spivak, you're like the bartender. When he starts doing this, you got to be like, no.
The Raiders are so bad.
How bad are they?
So bad.
Oh, God.
Give me 6 touchdowons for Bo.
What?
Dude.
You're nuts. You're crazy.
So
6?
He's
you
good
don't believe.
for 46.
You don't believe. You don't believe.
Drew or Cecil.
If he gets 6 touchdowns, Kevin Kistner, I will switch spots with you tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I will run the board, and I've never done it, so Spivak, you're going to run the board. But then you'll sit here in this chair if he gets 6 touchdowns.
6
oh,
total,
my God.
6 total touchdowns.
Okay. Now I'm just kind of interested in Cecil running the board.
I know. I really said 4. Josh, we could AI this and make this.
Yeah, you're right.
It's 3 touchdowns.
All right, 6 touchdowns from Kevin Kistner.
Spivak, we got to get control of this thing. That's too much.
I'm surprised he only went with 6, as bad as the Raiders are. I mean, come on. I was thinking more like an 8-touchdown game from Bo Nix.
No, he's not breaking Peyton's record.
Oh, got to keep
He can tie it.
Keep Peyton intact.
No one can break it.
Drew, what do you think goes down tonight for your mile-high moment?
Well, fortunately for Bo Nix, the NFL scheduling did not have him playing the number 1 defense in football. Just ask him. No, I think Bo will have a solid night. They're playing a bad defense. The Raiders are not any good. I think Bo will probably throw for, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he'll have maybe a rushing touchdown.
Maybe run one in.
That's still 3 touchdowns. Pretty
Let's
good.
give him 3. Let's give him 3. The Raiders stink.
All right.
However,
Uh-oh.
This is a short week.
Here we
man.
go.
Okay.
This is a short week.
It started so well.
I know. I can't be positive all the time. No, on a short week like this, you're going to get a sloppy football game. You're going to get a very basic football game. Geno Smith will do some things today. I think the Broncos are going to be kind of looking ahead towards Kansas City next week a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. Raiders will end up doing a few things on offense. Problem is going to be, who the hell are they going to throw the ball to now except for Brock Bowers? It's going to be the Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty show. I do have a feeling, though, Ashton Genty is going to have a 2-touchdown game tonight.
Wow.
And the Broncos win, but this will be like a 20-16 type of affair.
So it's not like
no.
I don't want to say we don't feel good about a win, but it's not a, hey, we crushed those fools kind of day.
No, not at all. And I know Cecil mentioned earlier, it's like, yeah, we need to see, like, going into that Kansas City game, we need to feel good about Bo Nix going into this thing. Well, I don't think him having a 6-touchdown game would make me feel good going against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Why not?
He should have a 6-touchdown game against the Raiders.
So he should be doing this already.
He should already be doing this. But
okay, so I ask you an overarching question about Bo, Drew. Is this just who he is?
Yeah, for now.
He's been frustrating as hell all year long. Whether you like Bo, you don't like Bo, you support Bo, you have questions about Bo, all things are fair. But at the end of the day, is he kind of stuck? We've been talking about, this is week 10, dude. We've been talking about Bo being inconsistent for most of this year.
Yeah, and I think for now, this is who Bo is. That doesn't mean I don't think he can get better at this. I actually do think he eventually will kind of get over that hump and figure it out and put together 4 quarters against a good football team. Tonight they're not playing a good football team, so we don't have to worry about that. But I think for right now, you have to look and say, this is just kind of what Bo is. We kind of accept it. Hopefully, him and Sean can get on the same page, because that's what it boils down to. They're not on the same page.
You're right.
You can clearly tell that that's an issue until they get to the fourth quarter. Sean takes a little bit less off Bo's plate. Bo just gets to kind of play freely, and that's the Bo Nix we see and say, okay, this guy can be an absolute stud in this league. But until we see it 4 quarters, game in and game out, I'm not going to believe it.
I think that Spivak likes Bo more than Kev likes Bo.
I don't know. He's
No.
at 16.
He just has a demand of an expectation. Kev is happy if he does today. Bo, just say hi, Bo.
Someone wrote 6 touchdowns. I wish I loved anything the way Kevin loves Bo Nix.
No kidding. I mean, dude, this is Denver. Our quarterback's expectations are sky high for a reason, and they should be.
That's why Spivak says he's going to have a fine game. 3 touchdowns. He's going to be okay. 3 touchdowns
is a pretty good day.
That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe Kevin's fruition will come true. We'll get some Jared Stidham time.
Oh, wow.
At the end of the night. It's not going to happen, but maybe.
He just
Although,
made Evans moist.
Oh, God.
Hi there.
Did you know, though? Wow. Courtesy of our friend Zach By, do you know the Broncos have actually lost 10 straight primetime games against divisional opponents?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
That's a crappy number.
It's a little worrisome, but
because we didn't have Bo Nix in those. See how I
See
win
how
this
much he loves
argument
him?
every
You
time.
see how
I
much
know.
he
He
loves
just
him?
turned. I don't even know what to say half the time after he says it.
A couple quick ones. Kurt says, short pass to Bowers. Underneath, Greenlaw causes a fumble. It's picked up for a scoop and score. That's our dude Kurt with his Mile High moment. This is AJ in Milliken. What's up, AJ? Mile High moment. Fake bubble screen, and then a touchdown over the top. Like that one. Mile High moment calling for Troy Franklin to get a touchdown. He's uncovered. Oh, wow. Troy Franklin throws a touchdown to an uncovered Bo Nix. That's Chris, our 39-year-old skateboarder from Broomfield. Shout out to you, Chris. We got some good ones, man. Good ones here.
Oh, yeah. We got to keep this train going. So keep those Mile High moments going, because y'all got a bunch of ideas. And the Kev 6 touchdowns thing is catching on.
Okay. Kev's a trendsetter back there. We'll read some more of those coming up at 12:45, but we want to learn a little bit more about these Raiders. Let's do it from a former Buff. A former NFL wide receiver now calls Las Vegas home there in Raider territory. Let's learn about the Raiders with our buddy, Mike Pritchard, coming up next.
Can Bo Nix escape Mad Max Crosby? How should Vance Joseph defend against Brock Bowers? Zach By and Philip Lindsay will break it all down in a special Thursday night edition of the Fan Football Pregame Show, live on game day from Mile High Station. Presented by Modelo. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whether you're into local craft brews, adventurous cocktails, or ice-cold 29-degree drafts, they've got your drink. Pair it with scratch-made favorites from their special menu. And you've got the perfect way to wind down or turn up. Whatever your vibe, Twin Peaks is your go-to for the best happy hour in the league. See you tonight at Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
If you don't think doing a quick and free check of your finances is worth it, let me share this recent customer story. Jason and Barbara H. from Denver called us wanting to see if they could save money. Credit was okay and there was a good amount of debts. Their fear was another lender they went to first, shame on them, told them yes in the beginning and then denied them during the process. When they called us, we not only approved the loan, we saved them $3,900 a month.
What? $3,900 a month?
Yes, this couple just saved $3,900 a month by calling U.S. Mortgages. And best of all, with our lowest rate for life guarantee, if the market improves in the future, even as little as 0.5%, they can redo the loan and increase their savings further without any lender or appraisal fees. You could be our next success story. Call 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Need a plumber? Euro Plumbing has the lowest prices in town. Rock bottom prices on whole house repipes, sewer line repairs, even water heaters. 720-500-3000.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3.
The show right here to preview all things Raiders and Broncos. 6:15 on Prime tonight. Trying to remind you guys of the Prime Vision. When you turn it on, down on your remote, over to the right, watch this thing in Prime Vision. You will not be disappointed. You can also see him on YouTube right now. Mike Pritchard joining us.
Sweet Broncos throwback behind you, Pritch.
Awesome,
Sweet
man.
Buffs throwback.
Before we even jump into anything, dude, how the hell are you, Pritch? It's been too long to see your face and hear your voice. How is life, Mike Pritchard?
Life is great, Josh and Cecil. Great to be with you guys. I mean, been back in Vegas for a few years now, ever since COVID, and I tell you what, it's like I never left. I mean, Vegas is what you want it to be, right, fellas? I mean, but no, it's home, and it's where I grew up, and great to be here. Colorado, obviously, Denver is my second home, so looking forward to getting back out there as well.
Well, it's great to hear from you, man, and glad you had some time to jump on with us here on the show. Let's get into it a little bit. Tell us what's gone wrong so far with the Raiders. I know there was some work to be done as they hire Pete Carroll and bring Geno back and all the things that they're trying to accomplish. They do have Brock Bowers. They do have Ashton Jeanty. What do you think's been the biggest problem so far for the Raiders, Mike?
You know, Josh, I mean, they got bits and pieces. I mean, that's the majority of the National Football League. Certainly teams that struggle. And over the last few years, ever since COVID, I mean, the Raiders have had 5 head coaches. I mean,
wow.
A number of GMs too. And so they've tried certain things. I think Mark Davis, the owner, has thrown darts at the dartboard and see what works, but nothing has worked. I mean, even Pete Carroll, he's one of 36. I mean, he's 36 head coaches in the history of the National Football League who won Super Bowl. Pete Carroll's one of them, almost a multiple Super Bowl champion too. So they thought that was a good hire, but it just hasn't meshed well on the field. Like Geno has not played like he's supposed to be playing, which is to be expected, right? I mean, when you're getting rid of quarterbacks, normally you're getting rid of quarterbacks for a reason. Look at Seattle. And then I just don't think they've been on the same page with personnel decisions as well. I mean, they've had what, 5 number 1 draft choices since. They had 3 number 1 draft choices in 2019, and then 2 number 1 draft choices in 2020. And none of those guys are on the team anymore.
Wow.
So they just haven't drafted and developed well at all.
Pritch, always great to talk to you, my friend. And you know quarterback play. You know it in a big, big way. I'll pull the curtain back for people. Draft class, preparing for the draft, talking to you about QBs, and you really emphasized Lamar Jackson back in the day. I remember talking to you even about Josh Rosen, and you're like, no. Don't buy the mechanics are perfect with Josh Rosen. You're like, watch Lamar Jackson. We both love Josh Allen. But I ask you this, and I set it up that way, Pritch, to just tell us your opinion on Bo Nix. It's like fourth quarters are awesome, and the first 3 quarters are terrible. So what have you seen from Bo? What do you like from Bo? What does he need to do to take those next steps?
You know, Bo is a gamer. I mean, I was asked this question earlier at the beginning of the year. I did a forum out here in Vegas for a lot of people that watched the league. And Cecil, you know, they asked me the question, who in their sophomore year, who's going to be the better quarterback, the best quarterback? And I did mention Bo because I just thought that he was going to evolve his game. You know, what I like about Bo is his character on the field, right? I mean, the guy is a leader. The guys are following him as well. You know, I think it comes natural for Bo Nix in that regard. And then Sean Payton likes it. I mean, I think he enjoys calling plays for him. What I don't like about it is, you know, not so much the interceptions, because, I mean, we all know Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions his rookie year, right? And then he turns into one of the greatest ever. You're going to throw interceptions. Elway threw interceptions. You're gonna make a bad throw every now and then. But you know, can he evolve? And that's the only thing I would want to see from Bo Nix, to be honest with you, Cecil, is as teams understand what you're trying to do with the slip screens or the quicker throws, can you evolve your game to throw the ball vertically down the field and kind of exploit? Can you manipulate linebackers with your eyes? You know, move them. Create more space, move a safety. I mean, all those things that have elevated quarterbacks throughout the league, throughout the history of the game. I mean, I'm hoping that Bo Nix, and certainly for the Broncos' sake, that Bo Nix can get to that level.
Talking with our buddy Mike Pritchard, ahead of the Broncos and Raiders. Now, Mike, obviously being a wide receiver, as you were in your football playing career, I don't know, maybe Mike, you're just on the outside, like, throw me the ball, you know, as you wide receivers like to be. But how much,
hey man,
like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. You're right, Fritch. How much, we've talked a lot this season about Sean overcomplicating things, play calls, personnel packages. Is that something that, hey, it's just the way it goes in the NFL and the players have to adjust? Or as an offensive guy, would you want your coach to maybe dial some stuff back to help you out?
I mean, dial it back. I mean, you know, sometimes coaches get scheme happy on the sideline, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's my scheme, it's my play design and all this stuff. You know, at this point of the year, everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody knows what you're going to do on the plus 40 on the left hash, or everybody knows what you're going to do on your own 20 on the right hash. I mean, tendencies are all over the place. I mean, we got analytics and all that stuff involved in the game. So it's not so much the scheme, because teams know what you're going to do. They practice against your scheme all week. But do you have the players that can be consistent, and do you have the players that can win when you need them to win? Because a lot of times you're going to have to rely on that, the one-on-one matchups, or can this guy beat this coverage, or can a running back beat this scheme at the line of scrimmage? I mean, all kind of things come into play, but at some point you're going to have to rely on the playmaking ability of the players on the field and leave that scheme alone. But egos are involved. We get that. And hopefully for Payton, you know, he had Drew Brees, right? Drew Brees could overcompensate or compensate stuff for him if needed. Bo's not there.
Right.
But I would love to see the players kind of make plays out there and separate themselves that way.
Pritch, you are a Colorado legend, MVP of the national championship team. So before we let you out of here, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about what's going on with Deion. Your observations of the Buffaloes. It's not going well this year. We're excited about Julian Lewis taking over at quarterback. Maybe there's something there. But after 2 years of just being so hyped up about Deion, this year's been so disappointing. How do you take that in as a Buffaloes legend?
Oh, man. I mean, it's mixed emotions, because on one hand, I understand the job that Coach Sanders has done. I call him Coach Sanders, Deion Primetime, has done when he first arrived. I mean, bringing back the spotlight.
Oh, did we lose Pritch? I think we lost Pritch right there. Dang it, right when we're asking him about the Buffaloes.
About the Deion,
too.
yeah, okay.
I feel like we were sabotaged by the Boulder people. That's outstanding stuff from Pritch. Again, awesome stuff. Great conversation with Mike Pritchard. Oh, we got him. All right, Pritch, we lost you for a second, but can you finish that thought on the Buffaloes?
Yeah, you guys got me now?
Yep, got you. Sounded
okay,
good.
yeah, no, what I was saying, it was just, Deion has done an extraordinary job in terms of bringing the spotlight and the relevance back to CU football, and that took a tall order, a big job, right? We know that. But, sustaining a program is completely different. He went about it through the portal, and it paid off big time, immediately.
Yeah.
But to sustain it, you have to develop players. You have to get players in that program. I mean, after I left, we had Charles Johnson and Michael Westbrook. After Sal and certainly Darian Hagan, we had Cordell Stewart. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You can go for the offensive line. We had Mark Vanderpool and Ariel Solomon to Tony Birdie and Derek West. I mean, you go on and on and on to where Coach Mack was able to sustain it. It's like that's what we're waiting for with Deion. Coach Prime is to be able to sustain it, but he's got to go through the recruiting process, and he's got to have guys that sticks with the program in order to do that.
Well, Pritch, you got a couple of fans of you here and more on our text line. I'm going to read one of several here, a texter that we call 289er. Please tell Pritchard thank you for making CU a powerhouse and his unreal catches versus Nebraska. They write, YouTube now has pretty much all of CU's games from Pritchard's era. I've went back and watched his greatness. So you still got the Big Buffs fans riding with you, Pritch, and Cecil and I will always be fans of Mike Pritchard. Thank you very much for your time, man.
Thanks a lot for having me, guys. Shoulder to shoulder always, fellas.
There he is, Mike Pritchard. Great stuff. Great catching up with one of the good guys of Denver sports.
A legend.
Right
and
legend. That's right.
I've told Pritch before, but Big E, my best friend, big, huge Buffs fan, his favorite Buff of all time is Mike Pritchard. Yep.
There you go. That's for you, Big E. Mike Pritchard, thank you so much, man. Great conversation with Pritch. We'll have to talk again real soon. All right, we will react to a few things we learned from Mike Pritchard there. I love what he said about scheme-happy coaches across the NFL. We'll do that and look around the league a little bit. 12:45 on a Thursday gives you an opportunity to ask Cecil about your fantasy team. Send them now. We'll answer them next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR, advancedhair.com.
I know some people think after a car accident, do I really need a lawyer? Hiring Postman Law isn't only about the courtroom. We're your single point of contact in a complicated claims process. We take on the insurance adjusters, organize your medical bills, coordinate with doctors, and make sure nothing gets missed. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache. Call 844-POSTMAN. When other firms promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising. You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Cudarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cudarelli for his live webinar November 12th at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cudarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's November 12th at noon. coloradorle.com.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Cliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Outstanding stuff from Mike Pritchard. I want to get to reaction to a couple things he said.
Yeah, Pritch has heard the news too, because I just texted him, all love Pritch, thanks brother. And he goes, anytime Cecil, you guys are awesome. Congratulations on being the #1 show.
Oh, that's very cool.
There you go,
very
Pritch.
Very cool. Thank you, Pritchard. Pritchard is, we were just talking about it. Early in my radio career, I was behind the scenes. I was a producer guy. And it was, I don't remember, I've worked at every freaking place just like everybody has. But it was like, hey, let me try to help out somebody with what they're doing or saying. And it's like, I'm idiot Josh Dover, grew up in North Glen, and he's Mike Pritchard. Do I say anything to him?
He's a legend.
And then, you get the courage to finally be like, hey, I think you could try this. And then it's like, oh, my God, he's going to chew my head off. And Pritchard's like, oh, I'll go back and listen tonight and figure out if I can get better at that. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's what I've been afraid of for 6 weeks, Like, just such a nice dude. Like Kevin was saying, like, hey, Kevin, what's up? Remembering all the people that he had interactions with and relationships here in the Mile High City and maintains those. Just a true, really genuine, nice person that would literally like, oh, you cold? Here, take my jacket for a while.
And a Buffs legend. And when he had to play running back against Tennessee, was Bieniemy suspended? I think EB might have been suspended. So they put in Pritchard running back, 200 yards rushing.
He could do it all.
He could do it all. In today's NFL, he'd be like Debo. A little bit a while ago, he'd be like Hines Ward. And think of his NFL career being a first-round pick of the Atlanta Falcons in the Dion primetime Atlanta Falcons.
Prime versus Pritch for training
MC
camp.
Hammer on the
Dude,
sidelines,
yeah.
like Pritch doing it all. I mentioned the salt and pepper thing, which I shouldn't have mentioned on air, but anyway. Then he plays with the Denver Broncos. There's an Elway clip where he like keeps the play alive, of course. He throws this rocket like 60 yards against Jacksonville. Dude catches it, puts the ball up as he's laying down, number 81. Mike Pritchard. And then going to Seattle with Mike Holmgren there. Holmgren wanted him to make him his Jerry Rice of that Seattle team.
Wow.
Had some injuries, whatever, but like what a fantastic career and an absolute Buffs legend and one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
100%. Great stuff from Pritch. I love what he said about, he used the term scheme happy. Some coaches can be scheme happy.
Is that Sean Payton?
Is that not the definition of Sean Payton? So I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Pritch hit it right on the head.
I love what I do.
And then you got to dial it back for some of these guys. And he says the guys have to go out there and make the plays. So some of that will be put forth on the players if it's dialed back. But I mean, come on, guys. What more do you need? Mike Pritchard knows more about football than I'll ever know. And he just told you, dial it back. You don't need to be scheme happy.
Yeah, and I love that because it's exactly true. Sean Payton wants Bo Nix to be Drew Brees, and he's not Drew Brees yet. He can be when this thing gets right and they both get on the same page. Because I remember even talking to John Elway about when John Elway was first hired as GM, he did his first press conference at the Combine for 4 people. It was me, Andrew Mason, Mike Cliss, and Jeff Legwald.
Dang.
And he didn't do it in front of the regular media, but some of us got the invite to go talk to John. And so I had to talk to John, and now taking over analyzing quarterbacks. I said, one of your favorite memories is your dad loving Drew Brees. And Drew Brees had limitations at Purdue, right? Oh, he's too short. Oh, he's got the weak arm, whatever. But Elway talked about looking past what a quarterback can't do and then looking at what a quarterback can do. And that's why Jack Elway, loved Drew Brees. First-round grade. Drew Brees is a second-round pick. First-round grade. Jack Elway loved it, and it's one of John's favorite stories to tell. And I just loved what he said about quarterbacks. Don't look at what Bo Nix can't do. Look at what he can do, and then build off of that. I think Sean Payton's just getting a little scheme-happy, and he needs to temper it back a little bit, kind of match Bo where he's at, and then these guys can, just make beautiful music together. And the rest of the league's going to hate the day that Sean Payton and Bo Nix are on the same page.
And figured it out working together in unison rather than one pulling at the rope and the other one tugging at the rope the wrong way.
Right. It's like they want to do 2 different things right now. Get them on the same page, and that can happen tonight against the Raiders.
All right, couple minutes here for some fantasy questions. By the way, a quick reminder, I did it this morning. DenverSports.com, make your King Supers fan football picks so that you can have the bragging rights that you're beating up on us hosts here on The Fan. DenverSports.com, King Supers fan football pick 'em. Get there, make your picks before it is too late. Our guy Jay, he's from out of state. That's what he wrote. Jay from out of state wants to know, Cecil, Bo Nix tonight or wait for Stafford on Sunday? I doubt Maddie's going to score 6 touchdowns. What do you think? That's what he wrote, Kev.
Okay. So Kev says Bo Nix. But I got to tell you, you've got to pay attention to what's going on with the Rams. They're outstanding. But here's the thing. I have Matthew Stafford as my number 7 quarterback this week. Kev, get ready. My number one fantasy quarterback this week is Bo Nix.
Told you.
Whoa!
And you guys laugh at me for 6 touchdowns.
I don't have him for 6 touchdowns, brother, but I do have him projected for 30.2 fantasy points. I've got Matthew Stafford projected for 26.7 fantasy points. So that gives you the difference in terms of matchups, what the trends are. The trend is to start Bo Nix over Matthew Stafford, and you can't say that every week.
That's a nice trend. Something makes me feel good about our guy, Bo Nix. Frankie, what's up, Frankie? Wants to know Torrey Horton or Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver number 2. Alec Pierce is also on waivers if I were to go get him. Frankie wants to know.
What's weird is with the Jets doing the fire sale, Jerry Jeudy might be a smart play. Now, I hate to use that sentence.
Jerry Jeudy and smart?
Well, and Jerry Judy's been doing pretty much nothing this year. Torrey Horton has to deal with now Rashid Shaheed there because Rashid Shaheed goes to Seattle.
Good point, yeah.
And it kind of stinks because we love Torrey Horton. And Torrey Horton's scoring a bunch of touchdowns. He's right there on that R.J. Harvey list of rookie receiving touchdowns. It's Emeka Egbuka, it's R.J. Harvey, and it's Torrey Horton. So I can't say with certainty right now that Horton will continue on that trend of scoring a bunch of touchdowns like he's been doing. Been doing a great job for Seattle. But they went and got Rashid Shaheed. And that's probably going to cut into Horton. So go with Jerry Jeudy against a Jets team, again, that had a total fire sale. Jets might not even show up. Well, they usually don't. But, I mean, it's going to be really bad. No Sauce Gardner, no Quinnen Williams. The Browns could maybe eat a little bit more. Jerry Jeudy would be a part of that.
We wondered how the Raiders locker room was feeling about their punt situation. They didn't even do close to what the Jets did.
Right, exactly.
What's the locker room like there? One more here, just because that we have something in common here. This dude writes, "Hey, bros, broken femur Bo here. So I've also broke my femur. Bo, what part of this process are you in? And I can tell you how much crap you have to look forward to. I hope you have about 2 years, because that's what it's going to take to rehab and recover. But you can be back on your skateboard and snowboard and better than ever if you do it the right way." Breaking your femur is a real you-know-what.
Yeah.
One of the worst things that's ever happened to me, and it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, Bo, so I hope you have the same thing. But he wants to know, Franklin, DJ Moore, or Jay Will, wide receiver 2?
Okay.
Everybody has their wide receiver 2 questions for you.
Yeah, Jamison Williams is coming through to be more consistent. It's against the Commanders who, you want to talk about punting on the season. They're not even trading everybody, and they're still going to punt on the season with Marcus Mariota out there. So it's actually Jamison Williams comes through as that best option for broken femur Bo out there.
There you go, Bo. Get yourself an elliptical. That was a game changer for me. Elliptical, get some movement going whenever you can. Good luck, my man. All right. Let's get into our fourth and final quarter. We checked in with our Broncos insider, Mike Cliss, earlier in the show. He told us a couple of different things about these Denver Broncos. We're going to get into that, reset some of the things that Mike Cliss had to say. I do want to tell you about Veterans Day being right around the corner. It's coming up on Tuesday, and DenverSports 104.3 The Fan and Foundation Cadillac are teaming up to give a veteran a year of oil change services as a small thank you for their service. To nominate someone you know, head to DenverSports.com/veteran. That is DenverSports.com/veteran. To all of our nation's veterans, we at DenverSports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service. Thank your family for the sacrifice that they've made with your service. So let's get this done. Let's take care of a veteran right here in the tribe, and a huge shout out to Foundation Cadillac. All right, let's check in with what Mike had to say. Who is going to be the punt returner, and how do they slow down Brock Bowers? That's next.
Will the Broncos avoid the trap game and earn their first divisional win of the season? Will Bo Nix and Evan Ingram finally get on the same page? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Happy holidays, Colorado.
Dave, come on. Isn't that a little early?
No. Who wants to wait for savings? No one. Lock in our below-market 4.75 5-year fixed 5.81 APR.
Wait, you have a 4.75% rate fixed for 5 years?
Yes, and it comes with our lowest rate for life program. Our trademark lowest rate for life program allows you to lock in savings today, and if the market does improve after you close, even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. And there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. This is the best program in the industry. Plus, our holiday bonus, no payments until January of 26, and access up to $15,000 cash benefits just in time for the holidays. Call us now at 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
Roberto Coin is passion.
Roberto Coin is art.
Roberto Coin is love.
And Roberto Coin is right where you'd expect to find it. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Dylan's sister Shayna, inviting you to our exciting Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th.
This holiday, give her the iconic fashion, the wearable Italian artistry of the incomparable Roberto Coin.
Handcrafted in Vicenza, Italy, these gorgeous 18-karat earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and rings have made Roberto Coin the #1 Italian jewelry designer in the world.
And this holiday, Roberto Coin jewelry starts at under $750.
So come find your passion and the perfect gift.
The Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, where Colorado shines.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Oh, man, I do a terrible turkey impersonation. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs from Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Those of you that listen to the Dan Jacobs Show know that I just love the holidays. But I also know these holidays in particular can be really tough on a lot of people, whether it's the government shutdown, inflation, the economy, whatever it is, or some people just have a hard time during the holidays as it is every single year. It's just a hard time of year for them. As always, we want to be here for you. If we can help out with a little bit of that with free food and groceries, we would love to have you any first or third Thursday of the month. Come on out to Eastern Hills Church at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. We're even doing smoked ham and turkey this month in honor of Thanksgiving. So if you need it, anybody, no questions asked. You just pull up and pop the trunk. 4 to 6 p.m., Eastern Hills Community Church, every first and third Thursday, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road.
Hey, it's Mike Evans with Todd Whalen from Advanced Tax Solutions. Well, Todd, with the IRS away during this government shutdown, awesome opportunity for people to take care of their IRS problems.
Yeah, I know it's a little bit counterintuitive, but if you think about it, there's nobody trying to get a solution right now. So if you're thinking like an offer and compromise, now's the time to get it done. If you wait until the hordes show back up and the IRS is super aggressive, you've waited too long. If you owe the IRS money, this is the perfect time to submit an offer and compromise. It won't get better than this. It really does seem like, wow, hey, who cares? IRS isn't even sending notices. But if you don't want to be at the back of the line, because they are going to open again, and they're going to be aggressive. They need money. So now's the time. Get to the front of the line and get a solution while it's friendly. Don't wait for the fire. Do it now.
With more than 30 years of fighting and winning against the IRS, this is the guy you want in your corner. Todd Whalen, Advanced Tax Solutions. Give them a call today, 303-753-6040.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents
What?
That means that we are officially in
Victory formation.
This one's good too.
And that should send Bo Nix out for a victory formation.
All right. And how about this?
Victory!
We made it.
Let's
Take Friday off.
Let's give Kevin some love.
Bo Nix, baby. Let's go.
I love that.
What is that from? Your
That's
video?
my
Your
new-
draft video?
Oh, that was our number one
That
video.
was our number one video.
Nice. All
and we
right.
said, we are the Bo Show. And that's
Yeah.
where Kev came in. Bo Nix, baby.
awesome.
Let's go.
Bo Nix, baby. Let's go.
Oh, dude, that is awesome. That's incredible.
It is. Some good conversation with Mike Cliss a little earlier. Like I said, we are in victory formation. You get a chance to call your shot. Mile High Moments, what are they? Tell us, put your name on your text on the RamosLaw.com text line so we can see that you were right. 303-713-1043. Same question. Answers welcome over on the YouTube stream. Search Denver Sports on YouTube. Click the Dover and Cecil stream, and that's it. You're in. Tell us what's going to go down in this game. I want to revisit some of the highlights of the conversation that we had with Mike Cliss earlier in the show. Cecil, it was your question, and I think it's the biggest one going into this game. How do the Broncos slow down, and who are they going to use to cover Brock Bowers?
No one can cover that guy. Certainly Jacksonville couldn't. That's why Bronco fans should be a little nervous about this game. First of all, Thursday games, because there's no practice in the preparation, you don't know. They tend to be anyone's ball game, kind of like the season opener. You never know what you're going to get. And the Raiders won the season opener at New England, if you remember. Both teams went different directions after that game. But even though the Broncos, I think, are 9-point favorites, this is a different Raider team because Bowers is there. And how they cover him, I don't know. They would like to go more zone because they don't have Surtain. But Bowers eats up zones. So it's going to be a tough task for the Broncos defense just because of their tight end.
So, Cecil, let's kick that around. What's the best plan to cover Brock Bowers? We learned that even in his return, Dre Greenlaw is still playing south of 30 snaps.
Right.
Mike also talked about this isn't the game to ramp Dre up, coming off just a couple of games and still maybe having some quad issues there, or like 95%, not at 100. So what would you do? You're Vance Joseph. Your best plan to stop Brock Bowers?
Yeah, your best plan is to take two of your better defenders and put them on him, and one of those two is Jahdae Barron. Jahdae Barron on Brock Bowers, in addition to some safety help over the top, or it's Dre Greenlaw at times on Brock Bowers with Jahdae Barron or a safety. Maybe both. Are you triple teaming him? Yeah, I think
you might as well.
There's going to be cases. Just don't let Brock Bowers get you. I think that's the main thing. It's going to require two defenders. And I believe many of the times that second defender or one of those two defenders will be Jahdae Barron.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that of, all right, if Dre's going to be on the field, let's see how he looks against tight ends. When he's not, I still have a lot of confidence in Justin Strnad. The only thing I don't want is 49 chasing, because I think I know how that movie ends. And yeah, it's a terrifying thought or picture to paint in your brain. So let's get Justin Strnad in coverage with help bracketed, be it Barron, be it a safety. I don't care. You cannot leave anybody one-on-one. As good as we think Justin Strnad has been and evolved with pass coverage, one-on-one, you're asking for trouble. No, as Mike just said, who can cover him one-on-one in this league?
Right.
I don't think that, maybe PS2, but outside of guys like that, I don't know that there's an answer. So give him multiple looks. Like I said yesterday, I almost look at this as like a guy in the NBA who could just score at will. Throw 4 different looks at that guy, annoy the hell out of him, and kind of get in his head so that he's thinking more than he's playing.
Yeah, do that and make sure that you're chipping him. The YouTube chat was calling for that.
I like that.
Anytime he's going out for a route, make sure someone at the line is putting hands on him, just kind of disrupting the timing. Geno Smith's going to hang on to the ball. Geno Smith's also going to throw the ball into bad spots for the Raiders. That's good spots for you in this Broncos defense.
I asked Mike about punt return. Michael Bandy's going to get the call up, as Mike will say, but no Marvin Mims, so more Michael Bandy, but who's going to be the kick returner?
I still think it'll be Bandy. I mean, it's first time he was out there in 3 or 4 years. He made a bad decision. It's not that he can't field punts. He's still their second best punt returner. And he just got a little ultra aggressive. It was a bad punt, and Townsend got rewarded. Bandy couldn't quite get there. And so, yeah, I think he'll be elevated again. He'll be called up to be the punt returner. Had this been a Sunday game, I think Mims would have cleared the protocol. Just the Thursday conspired against him a little bit. He was out there Tuesday and looked pretty good at practice on Tuesday, to the point I thought he was going to be cleared, and was a little surprised he was ruled out already on Wednesday. But I was told just not enough days. Had it been a Sunday game, they were confident he would have been cleared.
All right, so that sort of stinks, right? That had it just been a few days back, you do have a guy like Marvin Mims. Now, it doesn't feel like you need a Marvin Mims to go beat the Las Vegas Raiders, but a special teams gaffe, a muffed punt like that puts the Raiders right back into Broncos territory, or heaven forbid inside the red zone to start a drive. That's those little mistakes that can allow a bad team to hang with a good team.
Yeah, any sort of mistakes, any sort of penalties, these sorts of things, you got to be on your P's and Q's if you're the Denver Broncos. Don't give it back to them. Don't let them stick around, and don't have one of those, hey, you stopped them, Now it's a punt. Oh, Michael Bandy screwed up. Oh, now the Raiders have the ball inside your 20. You definitely don't want any of those situations arising. Also, Andrew Mason with some bad news today. DenverSports.com. Broncos, Payton have a history with the Thursday night referee, and it isn't good. If I say the name Bill Vinovich, doesn't that put chills down the spine of Broncos country? At home with Vinovich's crew.
Vinovich, more like Vinab.
What? At home, the Broncos are 1-6.
Oh, no.
When Vinovich's crew officiates.
Oh, no.
The only win came in 2019 against the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, God.
Good thing is the Las Vegas Raiders are pretty much the Cleveland Browns.
They're Cleveland Brown-esque. Yeah, that's not fun. That's not a good stat. I don't think you are either. We've been doing this for over a year now, and neither of us have come to a show and been like, yeah, it's all the referee's fault. I'm never usually that guy.
No, not that guy.
There are bad referees.
Yes.
I think it's on a team to overcome some of that stuff, so I don't want it to be worrisome time because of referees. I get it. There's some bad crews out there, but I don't think that should be the end-all, be-all of how this game goes.
Well, it definitely leans towards staying on your P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Because Vinovich is going to be flag happy.
And the Broncos are the most penalized team in the entire NFL. So you have a guy that wants to call them and a team that loves to do the wrong things and get called for penalties.
Yeah. Well, and I asked the question earlier about Bo of like, is this just who Bo is now? Is this just who the Broncos are now? They're a team that lacks discipline. With Sean Payton, it's weird to say, but this is week 10, baby. They're the most penalized team in the NFL. That's not just the officials having it out for Sean Payton.
Yeah.
That's the Broncos being undisciplined. I'd like to see that cleaned up. Something's going to cost you on the way to the Super Bowl. And I don't want discipline, too many penalties. I don't want the inability to cover tight ends. Any sort of the problems that they do have, Bo not turning on to the fourth quarter, any of the problems the 7-2 team has, I don't want them to prop up their ugly head when it comes to the postseason run.
Absolutely love it. A couple quick texts. This is awesome. Tribe office tailgate party again. Brats and dogs and all the sides. Fireball Mike. Dude, look what he's doing for his coworkers. Mike, you want to work here? We don't have any coworkers doing this stuff for us. Look at that. It's not even done. A little bit more, the chips, the sides. He's got it hooked up.
He's got some Werther's Originals?
Yeah.
Wow. Does that mean I'm old? Can I have some hard candy?
Because you want them. Yeah, that does mean you're old. This guy's awesome, dude.
Thanks.
Fireball Mike. Can we hire him? Can we find a way to get Fireball Mike to work here so our office spreads look like that?
I saw a candy dispenser on sale at Costco, and I was like, I could fill it with hot tamales. And then you just like push the thing and it dispenses.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
Well, what you need to do, though, is if you buy that, we need to get some sort of electronic lock that I have control of.
Okay.
And then I go, I'll text you every night, Cease, how many hot tamales you've had? And you're like, 8 boxes. And I'm like, dude, I'm locking it up so you can't have any more.
8 boxes? Do you know what that would do to my stomach? 4 is the new 2. It used to be 2, and then it became 4, and then I was like, I've got a problem.
Yeah. Well, I ate a hamburger for lunch. I'm eating pizza for dinner tonight, so I'll be right there with you tomorrow morning. All right, I want to get into a conversation about this roster and where they're at now. Sean said something about Evan Ingram this week that I thought was interesting, and it made me think. Evan Ingram, R.J. Harvey, the 3 young wide receivers on this team, who's most important for Sean to unlock as soon as tonight to get this offense on track? Let's answer that next.
This Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan needs your help as we look to give back to those who have served their country. Teaming up with Foundation Cadillac, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is giving away 1 year of free oil changes to one of our state's many veterans. To nominate a current or former service member, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you trying to lower your existing mortgage payment? Do you need cash from your equity? For most people, getting a mortgage means endless paperwork and weeks of anxiety. But with Cake Mortgage, our process is simple, fast, and hassle-free. Whether you're purchasing, refinancing, or looking to tap your home's equity, our team guides you step by step so you always know what's next. Our thousands of 5-star customer reviews will tell you no one can do what Cake can. So stop stressing and start saving fast with Cake. Your fresh-baked cake home mortgage is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com. To learn more now.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Today at Berg Simpson, we'll get a call from someone who needs our help. We'll learn about their loved one's injuries. We'll listen to their concerns, and we'll promise to fight for them. Then we'll use our resources and experience to deliver the best possible results we can for that client. So today, when that client calls Berg Simpson, we hope they feel they've done the best thing for their family.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Another summer has ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive, perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T, because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
The wait is over. AC/DC's back live. Power Up Tour, July 28th. Empower Field at Mile High. Tickets on sale Friday at 12 noon at Ticketmaster.com. July 28th, Empower Field at Mile High. Don't miss AC/DC.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go! Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
Mumble rap.
Sure would like to get good music in our lives. We're fired up for tonight. Fired up to see Bo Nix do Bo Nix stuff.
Bo Nix is special.
That's exactly right, Mr. Dobbins. I want to talk about the unlocking of a weapon for Bo Nix. Who do they need to unlock the most? We know they didn't make any trades. Mike Cliss told us at 10:30 this morning that, yes, they were in on Jalen Waddle, but the price was too steep, and they weren't willing to part with the first-round pick to go get a wide receiver number 2. So with that in mind, and what Sean said this week about Evan Ingram, which was this.
Yeah, I think it happens sometimes. There'll be a game where it's hard to predict where the ball goes sometimes. In sometimes the coverage dictates it. So, we'll keep looking for those touches and last week was a big quarters team, but we didn't get much quarters. And so what went from a big interior game became a more exterior game with as much single safety as they played. So he's doing good. He's doing really good.
All right, and that's something I kind of asking about and getting involved a little bit more. And of course, it matters with what the coverage is. You've taken away that part of the field. You've taken away the quick, release, turn around, find a spot in the soft zone to make yourself available for your quarterback. Yeah, they've done a good job of taking Evan out of that. Evan's done a little bit better of a job, in my opinion, over the last couple of weeks of finding an open spot. Now it's on Bo to get him the football. But Cecil, if I were to ask you between Evan Ingram, RJ Harvey, Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, and Marvin Mims is out, but I think we should keep him in this conversation.
Okay.
Their final 8 games. Which of those 5 dudes are more important to get going?
It is time for Evan Ingram to start taking over the football world. And will he ever be the player that he was with the Giants? No. Could he possibly not even ever be the player he was 2 years ago at Jacksonville? Perhaps. I'm okay with that. But for what this Broncos team needs is they need influence. Kevin Kistner over there, he's an influencer.
He is.
But the Denver Broncos need influence on their offense when it comes to dictating what a defense thinks they can do. Why did the Houston Texans go from running a cover 2 shell for 77% of the time to single high safety against the Broncos? Why'd they do that?
They're not afraid.
They don't think Bo Nix can beat them. You start uncorking Evan Ingram, it means you've uncorked Bo Nix. And once you do that, look out, league. Look out when Court's balling out. Court is getting double-teamed 70% of the time. We've got the advanced numbers from an NFL tool that only this show uses. 70% of the time, Sutton's getting that extra look. He's getting that extra defender. Break it up. Have that other threat. It is of paramount importance that if the Denver Broncos want to go as far as they can go, which is all the way, Evan Ingram has to be a key piece.
And I love that answer. I agree that Evan Ingram has to be involved. By the way, just popping into my head as you're rattling off that 70% number.
Yes.
You think Sean knows that?
If a chucklehead like me knows that, using an NFL tool, by the way, which the Broncos have access to, and they should be using this because it's an NFL tool, you would know that as well.
But the reason I ask that is because this is a dangerous world. I'm trying to analyze how Sean would feel about knowing that information. Because here's how I would feel if I were Sean. And I'll be honest, we all have egos, right? Sean's is a little bit bigger than ours, but we all have an ego. I would go, wait a minute. It was my idea to get Troy Franklin. It was my idea to get Pat Bryant. It's my idea to get Marvin Mims more involved in my offense. And the entire defensive world doesn't think they're any good. I'd go, All right, mother, you-know-whaters. I'm about to show you how wrong you are, and this is what Sean's specialty is, how right I am. Don't you think there'd be a little bit of a point of emphasis to show the world you can't double-team Courtland Sutton? Because I got 3 or 4 guys that will beat you if you do it.
With Sean, yes. With his ego, yes. I think that's human nature. Play anybody in Madden, that's what's going to happen. But with Sean Payton, also it comes with wins. And the other factor here, you're dealing with 2 minds. They need to meld. They need to come together. Why am I thinking Spice Girls 2 become 1? Like,
oh, nice.
That just popped into my head. Like, now I'm thinking about Scary Spice. And
Ginger Spice.
Ginger.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite Spice Girl? Let us know. The 2 need to become 1 in terms of their brain, because you're thinking of Bo's brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a surprise that when Courtland Sutton is single covered, most of his yardage comes during that time. And it's only, based on when he's single covered against man defense specifically, it's only about 15% of his snaps. 15% of the snaps, they're manning up Sutton one-on-one. And that's when most of his yardage comes. So when you tie in Bo's mind in this conversation, hey, wouldn't you want, if you're Sean Payton, I'm just going to force it down your throat. And then Bo's going to see him doubled and not go there. Bo's making the right decisions. Bo is not, I'm not a dummy. Bo is not some moron quarterback that you got to cover for, okay? He's an advanced mind. He's a supercomputer out there, and he's a little fast in terms of where Sean wants him to be. You actually, and this is great news, everybody. I say this as a problem for Bo Nix because it is, but it's actually a great problem. You have to slow him down. Hey, young buck, I know you know that this is going to happen. That's going to over there, and that's you do that. No. Slow. When the play is in the flow, how do you get Bo Nix comfortable? Because his brain's already ahead of the play.
Yeah, it is. It feels weird even hearing you say that, but I understand how you're explaining it, and it's just again the now work through. Stop thinking and do a little bit more playing. Real quick, my answer on unlocking. I would love to see Evan Ingram be unlocked. You and I talked all training camp about how important and a significant impact he'll make, and that's yet to be the case. I think R.J. Harvey can be such a huge piece for this team. I think as a pass catcher, he's a dynamic threat. We know that with 4 touchdowns as a rookie. That leads all rookie receiving touchdowns throughout the NFL. And what he can do then as a runner, we know a couple big 40-yard-plus runs this season already, 4 touchdowns as a receiver. They need Evan Ingram. But I think if you're going to unlock and I can only pick one, I think R.J. Harvey can do 2 or 3 different things for this offense. It just has to get accomplished.
And I think our YouTube chat is just like us because now it's full of Ginger Spice, Scary Spice. Even Jake likes Sporty Spice.
Sporty Spice was fun.
I mean, you've got all the spices and you're sporting. It's like, hey, that meat you flavored was pretty good. Yeah, I used salt.
Yeah.
No. Where's that cayenne at, man?
Wasn't one of them has a baby with Eddie Murphy?
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. Did I make that up?
One married the soccer guy, right?
Beckham.
Yeah,
Victoria
did. Yeah, which one was she?
I don't know, but I liked her.
No, seriously, which Spice was she?
I don't know.
Because the blonde was Baby Spice, right?
See, I feel like that was her. She was blonde.
That had the baby with Eddie Murphy?
Oh, no, with Beckham. Mel B. Spice Girl Mel B. And
Scary Spice?
Eddie Murphy had a relationship in 2006 that resulted in a daughter.
Wow.
Yep. And now they're, a public dispute over paternity, says the internet.
Okay. Well, the internet. It must be on the internet. It must be true.
It's got to be true.
But either way, Eddie Murphy, why can't we get a true Hollywood story about that?
Yeah,
why didn't Charlie Murphy do that before his passing? R.I.P. on the Chappelle Show.
Fun one, right? All right, well, we'll watch Spice Girl videos during the break.
I've been kicked out of better homes than this.
The couch stuff is just so good. It's so good.
Kids don't even know.
No, they don't.
Y'all kids don't even know.
Remember Charlie Murphy was one of the time-traveling haters? He kept doing this little shimmy like every time they turned the camera
The haters are here.
Great stuff. I got some keys to the game. We're going to pick the game, give you our official score predictions, and revisit some mile-high moments coming up at 1:45. In the meantime, 3 things that has to be done to win tonight. We'll tell you next.
Can Bo Nix escape Mad Max Crosby? How should Vance Joseph defend against Brock Bowers? Zach By and Philip Lindsay will break it all down in a special Thursday night edition of the Fan Football Pregame Show, live on game day from Mile High Station. Presented by Modelo. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fall is here. The leaves are piling up. The air is getting crisp. Football's back on TV and chili's been simmering in the crock pot for hours. At Postman Law, the season may change, but one thing stays the same. We fight for hardworking folks when they've been injured. We've recovered billions for our clients, and it costs nothing to find out if you have a case. You don't pay a dime unless we win for you. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Postman Law at 844-POSTMAN today. That's 844-POSTMAN. This is attorney advertising.
Broncos country. Football season is in full swing. Whether you're bundling up at Empower Field or heading to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, make sure you get there on time and in style. Let my friends at Hermes Worldwide tackle the traffic and parking hassles for you, and all you need to do is sit back, relax, stay warm, and enjoy the ride while they get you to and from the game safely, so you can focus on the important stuff, like watching your favorite team stack those wins or making as many memories as possible with your loved one and friends. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whether you're into local craft brews, adventurous cocktails, or ice-cold 29-degree drafts, they've got your drink. Pair it with scratch-made favorites from their special menu. And you've got the perfect way to wind down or turn up. Whatever your vibe, Twin Peaks is your go-to for the best happy hour in the league. See you tonight at Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
These days, losing weight is such a roller coaster. You try the new medications, and when you stop taking them, you gain it all back.
Today is a new day.
Today is a new day.
Today is a new day.
Let Soda Weight Loss teach you the healthy, natural way to let go of the weight for good.
Do you know how good it feels to let go of 51 pounds of belly fat? And I did it without drugs, shots, or hunger. Because Soda Weight Loss works. Just look at all the Google reviews and all the thousands of before and after pictures.
For a limited time, 2 people can start with Soda Weight Loss for the price of 1.
What does that mean? It's more fun?
Double the motivation, double the results, half the cost.
The best decision I've made in a long time was just to call Soda Weight Loss.
Take advantage of Soda Weight Loss 2-for-1 partner program. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Is water damaging your home? Contact Groundworks, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed.
You're listening to Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
What are you laughing at over there?
Oh, God. Now it's all about Chappelle Show and Spice Girls. You never know what's going to happen on Dover and Cecil from 10 to 2. So join in and be part of the tribe if you're listening to us. First off, thank you. We can't do anything without you. We get fired without you guys. So we appreciate y'all for helping us get to the top and tell a friend. We love you guys, but it just happens. I didn't come into today thinking I was going to talk about the Spice Girls, but no. We're talking about Sean and Bo being on the same page, like 2 becomes 1, and then my brain goes, "Oh, that was Spice Girls. 2 becomes 1." So yeah, let us know.
Derek, I think is the name here, says, "Hey fellas, fellow Northglenn High School graduate, although 15 years before Dover. I used to live in L.A. I worked on a reality show with Mel B, Scary Spice, and Eddie Murphy's kid. It was only a few days, but it was a pretty cool experience."
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
I don't know what you do out there or what you were doing out there in L.A. working for little reality television. That's a fun story right there.
Can we get a full Spice Girls segment now?
Dude, I'm in.
Why not? Let's just get weird.
I know a lot of words to Spice Girls songs as a guy that has multiple sisters that love the Spice Girls.
Oh, yeah. I stayed at a hotel in London where they filmed one of their music videos.
No way.
I don't remember which video it was. It was one of the popular ones.
Did they have memorabilia?
They was probably Tell Me What You Want. When I'm thinking about their videos, it was Tell Me What You Want.
It might have been.
That's in a hotel.
Yeah, it was like the St. Pancras Hotel in London.
You have a lot of Spice Girl knowledge, Cecil, and I'm impressed by this.
Yeah, because I love the Spice Girls.
For a metalhead, too.
Yeah.
Having Spice Girl knowledge. Wait, where's this coming from?
Hey, one time somebody caught me singing Britney Spears in my car, so...
I will say you're your own guy 100% of the time. Yesterday you ripped on jam bands. Today you're propping up the Spice Girls, and I love you for it, man.
What's the matter with that? Would you rather have the Spice Girls or some jam band with a 20-minute song?
I'd like a jam band to do a Spice Girl song. That's what I'd like.
I'd like to spice up my life.
Can you imagine a 15-minute long Spice Girls song played by a jam band?
Slowing down, tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Exactly. Who knows? It might exist. Actually, I'm going to Google it now.
I bet it does, yeah. All right, we're going to make picks, and we're going to revisit Mile High moments coming up in about 10 minutes from right now. Your chance to get ahead of the curve. Tell us who wins the game, final score, and what's the one thing we'll be talking about tomorrow. That's what your Mile High moment is. I want to quickly roll through my keys to the game, Cecil. I got 3 of them like you had. First one is something I've said before, but with the short week, I think it fits all that much more today. It's do not play with your food. The Raiders are your food. This is not the game to unlock things. It's not the game to try multiple pass plays or unlock a Troy Franklin or a Pat Bryant. You have plenty of time to do that after this week. Go with what you know works. Build some confidence going into that Chiefs game. Keep this thing simple. Simplified game plan like we've talked about all week. Don't try to get cute or do anything extra. Go and handle your business against a bad team and go win by 2 scores.
I think this is, when you eat right and you're like, I'm not going to have that extra whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have those 4 boxes of hot tamales. I'm just going to eat what I'm supposed to eat.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuel in the way that I need to fuel, and I'm going to move on. That's what the Broncos need to do. Don't mess around. Beat up on the Raiders, and next, you're not overlooking the Raiders at all.
No.
But don't give them a chance, any chance.
Key number 2 is 150. That's the amount of rushing yards the Broncos need to have tonight. They average as a team 133. The Raiders only give up 109. But as we've said, we think this game is going to go a certain way. I believe the Broncos are going to win the time of possession battle. That means a lot of J.K. Dobbins, a lot of R.J. Harvey. I think this is one of the rare weeks where we should see both of these guys with double-digit carries. Maybe it's right at 10 for RJ, closer to 20 for a guy like J.K. Dobbins. So 150 is key number 2. That's the minimum amount of rushing yards the Broncos need to have tonight.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. If you can push that number closer to 200, I think that's better because what it says is that you've controlled the game, and in the second half, you just run the ball. You're basically... Get the time going, right?
You know how I say, hey, I hate when the Nuggets play the clock and not the opponent? I would love for the Broncos to be playing the clock and not the opponent tonight for the final 30 minutes.
I would love Jarrett Stidham to be on the field, not with any passing statistics, because he's handing off all night long in the fourth quarter.
Number 3 is about QB play. You got to have a better Bo. I need to see Bo work through his progressions faster, hit the open man without any sort of reservation. If the read is there, where you have that one-on-one, only at 30% clip with Cortland Sutton, that's where you go with the football. We talked about Sam Darnold and his ability to change his progressions via his feet. I need to see that from Bo. He doesn't need to be the best in the world at it tonight, but he needs to be better than he has. Hit the open throws, and that all starts with your feet and doing that count to get through your reads.
Yeah, get through the reads. Make sure you're on time and on target. That's the thing. Bo Nix can throw with current tremendous pass placement if his feet are good.
That's right.
Bo Nix can hit it all over the field if his feet are good. So make sure that you're on time and on target. It's not too much to ask for, and Bo's quite capable of doing it. I want a big Bo Nix. I'll take a win, okay? First and foremost, just get the win. Let's get this thing taken care of. Weird week, short week, division opponent. Vinovich's crew in. You're 1-6 at home with the Bill Vinovich crew. Take care of business. And at the same time, what I would like as an extra is a really good game from Bo Nix.
Yeah, that just like we're going to be happy with a win.
Sure.
But I think tonight is something that matters of what he looks like, specifically him, what Bo looks like against the defense that's bad, and they struggle at the things that he does well. It's setting up for Bo to shine tonight, and I really, really hope that he takes advantage of that. Knock those 3 things out, the 3 things that Cecil said earlier. I do believe this can be a 2-score, 3-score type of win for the Denver Broncos. All right, guys, one more reminder about our fan flyaway being back thanks to 303 Law 4040. This time, we're trying to send a tribe member, a lucky listener, and a guest.
Maybe a lady.
All the way to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. You know what we're talking about. Everybody wants to be there in February. If you win, here's what you get. 2 tickets to the Saturday round at TPC Scottsdale, round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver, 2 nights hotel stay, and $500 to blow while you're out on a quick little weekend getaway. For more information and to register, you need to go to thefanflyaway.com. It is thefanflyaway.com. If you've entered into one of our previous flyaway contests, you're already registered for this one. Once you sign up for a flyaway, you're automatically entered into all future fan flyaways. All right, it is time. It's time to make our official picks, score predictions, and final words of Mile High moments coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, DenverSports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. DenverSports 1043 The Fan.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like rugs. People say a rug would really bring the room together. And sure, you don't know what that means, but it sounds important. Suddenly you're using words like jute and Cecil. Then you see the price and lose it, because how can the thing you walk and spill on cost so much? So you devote your life to taking down Big Rug. But then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds. So, looks like Big Rug is safe. For now. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, You'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Roberto Coin is passion.
Roberto Coin is art.
Roberto Coin is love.
And Roberto Coin is right where you'd expect to find it. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Dylan's sister Shayna, inviting you to our exciting Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th.
This holiday, give her the iconic fashion, the wearable Italian artistry of the incomparable Roberto Coin.
Handcrafted in Vicenza, Italy, these gorgeous 18-karat earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and rings have made Roberto Coin the #1 Italian jewelry designer in the world.
And this holiday, Roberto Coin jewelry starts at under $750.
So come find your passion and the perfect gift.
The Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, where Colorado shines.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical injury firm. Our lawyers have won at the U.S. Supreme Court, gone head-to-head with giants like Uber and Amazon, and recovered billions for clients. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. PostmanLaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney Advertising.
Brendan Stokely here from my team, ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Are you ready for winter? Worries you might need a new furnace? Don't know where to begin? Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX, Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season. With wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down, plus make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down, plus no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Dover and Cecil on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We're here. Final segment on a game day. It'll be a big Broncos reaction show tomorrow on a Bud Light Football Friday. And we are fired up to get to our official Mile High moments. You guys with your Mile High moments, time to call your shot like our guy James from Florida is. Says, hey, fellas, my Mile High moment tonight is Benito. Wow, 4 sacks, one of which is a strip sack, says James in Florida. The Broncos win this game tonight, 34-10. Perfect right there from James. That would be outstanding. I mean, hey, James's number's right on. They're averaging about 4.5 sacks a game right now.
Yeah.
They keep that rate up. they set an all-time record for most sacks in an NFL. See, I know that other people say, there's an asterisk now because it's 17 games, but they'd have the record for most sacks in a 17-game season.
Sure. It's fine. Everybody with your asterisk, you're fine. Why the field goals, James? You don't believe?
Oh,
why
nice.
the field goals? Because I was like, I'm doing the math, which is difficult. That's why there's smoke in this room now. It's go 35.
Okay.
I like the Broncos 35-13. 35-13. Maybe even 35-12. Nothing but field goals for the Raiders. Yeah, so
back-to-back games with nothing but field goals for their opponent.
You get field goals for the opponent. You get nothing but touchdowns for you. 35-12 sounds real nice. Now go make it happen tonight.
Steve in Arizona says Broncos 32, Raiders 17. Mile High moment, 2 long balls to court. And on the subject, Britney Spears, I can't say that word on the radio, but I understand what you're saying. It says too spicy, more of a Britney person than a Spice Girl person. That's okay.
I'm okay with that.
We have room for both here in the tribe.
Yeah.
Britney's welcome with her dancing knives and all that stuff. We're in, dude.
I did get a fantasy question like Posh Spice or Ginger Spice. What?
The answer is yes to that. The answer is yes to that kind of question.
That's right.
All right. So, again, keep your texts coming in. Somebody said, enough with the Broncos talk. Did you guys see that Gremlins 3 is on the way? I didn't see that. They're doing Gremlins 3 20 years later?
Wow.
I didn't even – wait, was Gremlins 1 was really bad or 2 was really bad? I think 2 was really bad.
2 was bad, yeah. Gremlins 1 was fine.
I was a little young, too. That's like after midnight and water or something. They turn into crazy little creatures.
Well, and I was young, too, even though I'm much older than you. But, I didn't like Gremlins just because I was little. Or I was a kid, anyway. So, yeah.
I would imagine. Kevin, are you even aware of what the movie Gremlins is?
No idea.
Yeah, that's when we were talking about Spice Girls. He's like, I didn't even like girls back then. Because you were young, Kev, because you were young.
They had cooties back then. Remember that? You thought girls had cooties?
I never thought that. I told Kim Elder when I was in kindergartner. She was a senior in high school, and I asked her to marry me.
Nice.
When I was 5 years old, because I started kindergarten at 5, because, I'm baller.
Last week when it was Emerson's birthday, he's got a little lady at his school, and he told me, he's like, I asked her to marry me. She said no, but I'm asking her again next week.
Circle back around. Give it another week. Emerson,
like,
right on.
Shoot, brother. Shooters, shoot.
Yes.
All right, well, let's get into it here. Kevin, Drew, want you guys to be involved. Let's start with Mile High moments, then get to your score predictions. Kevin Kistner, what's going down tonight?
I have the Broncos winning this one big. They win 42-12.
Whoa.
How do you get 42?
6 touchdowns.
Bam! Bo Nix has the great game, and he's AFC Player of the Week.
Okay, so 42-12, 6 of those things for Mr. Bo Nix, and I'm going to add AFC Player of the Week. So this is a big win, and Bo shines.
Yep.
Building a bunch of confidence for what this Chiefs game will be on the back end of this. All right, Drew. Are you that optimistic?
No, nobody can be that optimistic. Let's be completely honest. Come on. No, Thursday Night Football, usually a slop fest, usually favors the home team. I project that this game at halftime will be a 10-7 score. The Broncos will be leading this thing. Raiders get an early touchdown. Broncos will find a way to get going. So it'll be sloppy at halftime, but I think this thing ends 20-16. Broncos win it. 3 field goals from the Raiders, a touchdown as well, but the Broncos find a way to win this one. 20-16.
20-16. So if that's the case,
that's too close, man.
Drew, I want to ask you, we get here tomorrow morning, are you happy because it was a short week in a division opponent, or are you going, yeah, they're still not quite there?
Oh, I'm going, no, they're still not quite there. Because, what have we seen from Bo Nix that makes me think they're going to get to 42 points? They're not playing the Cowboys' defense. The Raiders' defense isn't much better, but it's a little bit better. But no, I will be – I don't think I'll be happy or sad either way because I'm kind of expecting this to happen.
Okay.
But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it's more like what Kevin's predicting than I'm predicting.
Well, I will say, to your point, they're not like the Cowboys. The Cowboys might have the worst secondary in the entire NFL.
It's atrocious.
But the Raiders might have like the second or third worst in the entire NFL as well. So I like that we both have wins. One's a little different than the other, but both getting wins either way. Cecil Lammey. Mile High moment, score prediction. How do you think this thing's going down?
My Mile High moment is a halfback pass from R.J. Harvey.
Nice.
They tried to do it a couple of weeks ago. It didn't work out. I think this time against the Raiders, being undisciplined, it will. I'm not saying touchdown pass, although it could be. I see an RJ Harvey halfback pass to help move the chains, and maybe Bo doesn't get 6 touchdowns because RJ got one of those throwing instead. So let's put a pin in that one, and then my final score prediction, I just gave it to y'all, 35 for the Denver Broncos and 12 for the Las Vegas Raiders.
So field goals all around from both you and Kevin, mostly field goals there in Drew's score prediction as well. 3 straight wins, 3 straight big moments for the Denver Broncos. Well, I'm going to join the party on the win train. I think the Broncos do win this game. I do think it's a field goal and a touchdown that the Raiders ultimately score. I always like what you said kind of in the back end of this of like, I think this is like a 21, maybe I guess 23-3 game in the fourth quarter. And the Broncos maybe get one late and then the Raiders get one late. I think this ends like 30-10 tonight from the Denver Broncos. 30-10, the Broncos get a win. And I think one of those touchdowns that the Broncos are going to score is a defensive score. I don't know why. I guess it's like down in my palms where I'm feeling like a ball batted up into the air.
Yes.
And I'm seeing it in my head, and I'm very hesitant to say it out loud because the dude's got freaking stone hands. I don't know why I'm seeing Talanoa Hufanga picking it out of the air, coming down, and just separating himself from the big fat guys that are around him on the offensive line of the other team. So I think it's a ball batted in the air, Huff comes down with it, and he's hauling you-know-what the other way for a house call.
He's doing a Troy Polamalu impression
There
for
we
your
go.
pops.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what it is.
There you go.
So that's where I'm at. I want to get to a few more of these moments, but I do have a question. I got to ask the crew here. I already asked you guys if I made a huge mistake by leaf blowing all my leaves into
Which you
the
totally
street.
did, yes.
I definitely did. It's windy today. It's 100% validated. If I get home and all the leaves are right back into my arm, that's the man upstairs saying I was a jerk. Did I screw up by inviting my family over to watch the game tonight? Like my entire family, I have invited over and got confirmation from all but one of them are going to come to my house tonight where I like to watch the game, yell cuss words. There's going to be children around. Now I just have to whisper cuss words. Did I make a huge mistake?
1,000% yes. No offense to your family, but you got to watch this game. Like it's the Broncos. You got to focus. So now you made it harder on yourself.
See, I kind of thought of doing this. You guys saw the TV setup.
Very nice, by the way.
Thank you. It's going to be still sort of warm,
Yeah,
right?
warmish.
I got the fire pit out there. I think I go outside. I bundle up. I send the kids up to we have like a designated kid room, and the adults can sit in the living room that are still want to, chatty Cathy it up. And it's like me and Pops outside just enjoying the game.
It's adorable that you don't think the kids are going to interrupt you after the football game. Really. You can tell that you are not one to have kids.
Yeah.
It's adorable that you think that. No, that's not happening.
The kids will be well-behaved, totally quiet, up in the one room, and that's it.
That's all that's going to happen.
I literally thought to myself, I'm like, they just live in that room. It's easy to clean up. I can just throw stuff back in the...
They're going to be climbing on you outside during the game, and you're going to have to keep them, occupied.
Yeah, Uncle Josh, play football with me. Play football with me. I want to throw the ball.
I've made a massive mistake. Fast forward to me getting up at 6 a.m. tomorrow to rewatch the Broncos.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna you got more work now because you're gonna have to rewatch it in the morning and actually focus on it.
All right. Well, I hope everything's gonna be all right.
I hope that we can call in for people because we provide that service here. Tribe helps tribe, first and foremost, and we thank you guys. I want people to call in after a big Broncos win, and then you just call into work. Who wants to go to work on a Friday? And then let us call into your boss. So send us the message. Broncos get that win, we will call in sick for you.
I would love to do that.
And we'll call up your boss.
On a Friday?
Mm-hmm.
That would be even
Put her
better.
on air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Anderson? Yeah, Neil won't be in today.
And then Mr. Anderson will say, Neil won't be coming back if that's the case.
Yeah, ever again.
Tribe helps tribe to the unemployment line. But either way, we help.
All right, yeah, the text line is letting me know that I've made a mistake here with 1, the leaves, and 2, the family being invited over. So that totally stinks. I guess I'll ask you this, Cecil. If the Broncos win in the fashion that we all think they're going to win, that means 50 yards for Brock Bowers, 60 yards for Ashton Jeanty. Those are the 2 names that I really keep an eye, or I think we should all keep an eye on. What's the number the Broncos have to keep them in check to achieve what we just said that they would achieve?
Well, I like your numbers for both. If you can keep both of those talented players under 100 yards combined, I think that's really good. Now, is it feasible? Probably not. I would say the number's more like 150. So, Jeanty got you for 75, and Brock Bowers got you for 75. There's your 150. So I like 150 better, but man, if it's 100, you're really dominating this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair.
You got two players to worry about.
And look, if it goes with the Broncos playing with the lead, how much does that even take Ashton Genty out of the equation if he's who they have to worry about in the back?
Whoa, Jake just doubled it down. He went double down on it, right? So Jake in our YouTube chat room, he did like Sporty Spice, and he's like, oh, no, wrong one. I liked Posh Spice.
Okay.
So he got it wrong. Poor Sporty Spice. Nobody I liked her.
Yeah, I'd be
She's
down
fine.
to hang out with her.
Kowalski analysis.
Would.
Yes, definitely. But then Jake says, Mile High moment, Bo gets a receiving touchdown from RJ. So I just said RJ halfback pass.
Yeah.
Because I want to be right. He's saying Bo gets the touchdown from RJ, much like he did Cortland Sutton throwing that touchdown to Bo against the Baltimore Ravens. So, yeah, I like that. I like that.
Weird turn here, but we're going to end the show on something here that is just happening in real time right here on KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Jeff Passan of ESPN has this tweet out 6 minutes ago. The Colorado Rockies are deep in conversations with Paul DePodesta. DePodesta. Jesus, I screwed that up so bad. To take over their baseball operations department. Sources tell ESPN. While a deal is not final, it could be done soon. He's currently the chief strategy officer for the Cleveland Browns, but is a longtime MLB executive. All right, well...
and remember, the Browns did go baseball guys to run their franchise, whatever that was, a decade ago or something.
Yeah,
so
that's worked
the
out
Browns
so well
were
for them.
Yeah, they've been a little bit interesting. Paul DePodesta, born in 1972, so Harvard University educated, American football and former baseball executive there as well. Worked with the Dodgers early in his career in Major League Baseball. Actually got started with the Cleveland Indians there in the mid-'90s where he spent 3 seasons. Then at age 31, he was general manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Making him the 5th youngest general manager in baseball history.
Okay, I really like that.
Yeah, okay. So
the first tweet from Passan is like, oh, yeah, whenever I have a problem, I go to, how can the Browns help me out?
Right.
But that information you're sharing, I actually like. Cecil.
Yeah, and then was with the Dodgers for a long time. San Diego Padres were next, and then New York Mets. So a few years with the Padres, a few years with the Mets, and then on to the Cleveland Browns back, like I said, 10 years ago, 2016.
And he's one of the Moneyball guys.
He's Jonah Hill's character in Moneyball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love this now.
We are going to get all the
World
drops.
Series.
Wait. You
From
guys,
Jonah Hill.
You guys do realize they're hiring the chief strategy officer of the Cleveland Browns.
But I love that movie.
Who drafted 3 quarterbacks this year.
Jonah Hill.
Okay, your optimism.
We're blood brothers, bro.
We are
dance with the same chick.
We're investing on a World Series in 2027.
Oh, maybe 37.
Oh, well, okay.
Hey, Drew, they're hiring people, all right? They're doing something.
They're hiring Jonah Hill.
They would do.
Your optimism is adorable, you two. That's twice now. You've had too much optimism in this segment, Josh.
Probably. At least with the Rockies, you're probably 100% accurate on that. But looks like they're finally going to make a hire, and then we'll see what the trickle-down effect becomes with those guys. So we're all fired up that the Broncos get a win. You didn't get your Mile High moment in. You can still tweet us at Cecil Lammey, at Joshua Dover. You can call your shot. Tell us what's going to go down so that tomorrow we can say you were so right. We want a big night from Bo. If not, tomorrow we're going to have to kind of call him out a little bit more because this is a formula for him to succeed. Let's hear what The Drive has to say. They got your pregame coverage, and they are live out at Mile High Station, and we go there right now.
I appreciate it. Dover and Cecil holding down the midday duties, and we are live here High Station on a Denver Broncos game day. Thursday night football. We've been looking forward to this one for a while, but it carries even more importance considering everything that the Broncos have going on and the position that they've put themselves in, Phil. Happy game day, Mr. Philip Lindsay.
What's going on, man? Happy game day, and it kind of feels like this is our second home now.
Yeah.
Over here at Mile High Station, and last time we were here was the Monday night game against the Bengals, and we were able to get that win. And so hopefully we're being good juju here, and we get another win on Thursday night. We need it, man. We need to go 8-2, 7-game win streak on the line. I'm excited, man. How have you been before we even start this? How is your Thursday going?
Man, so far so good. So far so good. Well, actually, mostly good. Had something happen today for the first time. My wife told me that I was not allowed to golf on this weekend. She has never, ever, ever told me I can't play golf, ever. And she's normally, like, cool as hell. And I'm supposed to play golf on Sunday.
Yeah.
And she did